Minute on Twitter and Instagram, Odyssey Sports Station.
All right, Monday morning, did anybody like in your friend circle or anybody that you talk to do the whole set your clocks forward back thing jokes?
This is the first year I didn't do it.
Feels
Yeah.
like 5 a.m.
Yeah, this is the first time in maybe history since I've known my friend Paul, and we've known each other 31 years, where neither of us texted each other when, boy, it feels like 3 o'clock when it's 4 o'clock, right? It is growth. We grew up, or maybe it was such a beautiful day yesterday. I mean, maybe we just didn't do that. I'm sure I will hear from him later on today. Boy, it sure feels like, 5 o'clock when it's 6 o'clock, and, the whole dad joke type stuff. But how gorgeous was yesterday? Did we just not get a gift from God yesterday with the time change and the sun and all of that yesterday? My God.
Wait until you see today.
I know. Today's going to be even better, guys. I'm really excited. Max got his winter coat on, so I don't think
it's cold here.
It is cold in here.
Very
That's
cold.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is true. My bad. Yeah. I thought maybe you fell in one of the lakes out in the parking lot here. And
Exactly.
and then they dry up, yeah.
Well, that's how
Brought
it
my
always
trunks.
was, man. Like, I've been in that room for many, many years, and you'd leave your house in, like, the middle of August to do a Royals game, and someone would be like, why are you leaving in a hoodie? I'm like, dude, it is ice inside.
I'll be sweating in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
and
be
then
back
cold
to
again.
freezing. Yep.
Yep, and that's how you get sick.
Call that the fever box.
That's
in there.
right. Get the scarf around your neck to make sure no heat escapes.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
want to stay warm over there. Anybody have any friends at KCI yesterday by chance?
Golly.
Oh, my God.
What's going on?
I mean,
Glad everything's okay.
yeah, obviously, but I mean,
Would you have wanted to be anywhere in the world other than the tarmac yesterday, hearing everyone's rumors of what's been going on?
because that's, there were about 10 Karens and 15
Well, I heard
boomers that are
he's
out there
on-
telling everybody what happened,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Hey, I met this guy. His name's David. He's on Delta, and they said they had to get out. We literally all just got here at the same time. No one knows anything, Caleb. Well, see, Mary, she's on Southwest, and their friends on Spirit. Yep, that's it. But yeah, no, it's like everywhere, man. It's horrible. But it just looked like a horrible place to be at that moment.
I mean, when they showed the video this morning and we were watching it, it was like a still frame of like 1,000 people just lined up in the middle of the tarmac. It looked just like it was, there couldn't have been a worse scenario yesterday for any,body. And I can't imagine what I would have been like in that scenario. Dusty would have been unbelievable in that scenario. And Mac would have sat on the ground and ate a chicken tender basket. I mean,
he'd have definitely been the calmest of the two of
oh,
us.
no question.
Yeah.
Is there a doubt, Dusty? I mean, you and I would have lost our effing minds.
I would have I'm not like the best person in like panic situations because I just go try to like debunk my feel of panic and just kind of see what everybody else is at.
Yeah.
So I would just be like, what do you think's going on? And people be like, who are you? I'd be like, I don't know.
Nobody. I'm just asking a question. We're all standing here, man. Like,
And then I would eventually circle back to you and give you the report of 4 clones that I've seen of other people and 2 legitimate explanations of what people think is going on.
That's exactly right. Did we ever really understand what went on yesterday?
Yeah, it was a threat.
It was, but that's all we got. We didn't get anything else. Or here's the picture again on Fox 4 of all these people standing out there yesterday.
They said it was a legitimate enough threat that they kept all planes down and they got everybody out.
Yeah, good.
And then everybody was welcome to go back in afterwards. So.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like they handled it well, and everything went, as best it could, I guess, yesterday. But I mean, I don't know about you, but my phone was blowing up yesterday from people going, "What the hell's going on at your airport?" I mean, people all over the world were asking about this.
It went insanely viral very quick.
Very fast.
I got on my phone, and then 30 minutes later, it was on like every sort of like Twitter handle. It was on everywhere. It was crazy. Kind of the same thing of like a threat that doesn't make a lot of sense, which is Travis Kelce could play somewhere else other than Kansas City.
Yeah.
So sounds like someone's coming back.
Yeah, Travis will be back.
I read Diana Rossini's tweet, and it just told me one thing and one thing only, and that is he's basically told them, hey, I know free agency starts today. By the way, that starts at 11 o'clock today, and then Wednesday at like, I think 1:12 Central, they can officially sign. So free agency starts this week, so we'll have to like pinpoint all our conversations, because I am excited to kind of do this. I just made this up in my mind right now. Is to see where we go to where we're at come Friday. What our conversation is on Monday compared to where our conversation is on Friday.
Actually, we could do that on Wednesday because, that's when it ends.
Yeah, so it would just be kind of weird to see how 48 hours changes, because there are some people that believe the Chiefs might kind of just not have huge hits in the free agency world, where there are people out there that are linking the Chiefs to Kenneth Walker. There are people out there like, what's his name, Mac? Like Jimmy Scoops, or the guy that's always got something.
Ricky Scoops.
Ricky Scoops.
Right?
Yeah.
No.
So
Binkley told me all about him. Don't worry.
Oh, do you have proof of that?
Oh, yeah, I do.
You
have proof of
You have
that.
proof of that?
Oh, do
really?
we ever?
Oh.
Oh,
So-
yeah. I can show you guys.
Oh,
if
you
you'd
got it
like.
in the holster right now.
Oh, I'm ready. I just
Okay.
put it in.
All right.
Fire it away.
Hey, Mac, what's up? It's Jay. Hey, I was going to tell you there's a guy on Twitter named Ricky. He must have worked in a front office or something, or has friends, but he's been doing this for the last couple of years. But he throws something out there, and he's right. Just like the whole Karlaftis deal last year, he's getting an extension. He nails it. But he's talking about Kenneth Walker linked to the Chiefs, and it's pretty reliable. But I'm just saying, when he puts something out there, I wouldn't go to bank on it, but let me tell you, 9 times out of 10, the dude's right.
All right. There you go.
go.
So
Can you go
Kenneth
back
Walker,
to it
yeah.
and stop it after he says and has friends? Because he says he either works in the NFL front office or has friends.
Or has friends. One way or
no,
the other,
no
right?
friends of that could also be in front office.
That's right,
Or
just friends.
that are coaches. He's got to work at front office and has friends.
Right. That's exactly right. He can go
God
down.
bless Jay Binkley, man.
he's just-
Hey, dude, look. Also, what a guy. When's the last time you left a voicemail?
Yeah,
I know, dude.
No, exactly.
Literally.
I don't even know that my
Like-
voicemail is set up on my phone, let alone the ability to
Hey,
leave a nice,
it's,
eloquent voice message like that.
Tiger, if you could change your voicemail back to the beep
I've
and
always,
automated message,
I've
because my
always
wife will
told
be
people,
calling.
like, if you call and don't leave a message, I'm not going to call you back. But if you call and leave a message, I'm not listening to that message, but I am calling you back.
right
well,
away.
what's cool
yeah.
too with at least iPhones I know of. I don't know if it's every other sort of phone. You get left a voicemail, they'll give you the text of the voicemail.
Yep, it's great.
They have the
You know,
transcript
And
right
you could
there.
be like, oh, I don't need to listen to this.
No, I
Yeah,
felt bad
right.
for not answering. He called me mid-nap, and I woke up to the
Same.
transcript.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is even better than the call, though. So
Yeah.
now I got
So
everything
he
I
must
need.
have blasted both of us up, because
Yeah.
I was in the middle of my nap on Friday, and he called me, and I woke up. I'm like, dude, sorry. He's like, no big deal. I got some Big 12 questions for you.
Oh, this was Friday. He did that. He knows not to call me on Friday.
Yeah. You're out of commission. on
Yeah,
Friday.
I'm long checked out. You could ask Kling about that. He goes, it's 10:01 on Friday. You want Bob to do something? Good luck. Unless you're paying.
Bob created the meme of laptop shut till Monday.
Yes, exactly right. Yes.
But this was the report. Travis Kelce scheduled to become a free agent next month. The person with knowledge, maybe Jimmy Scoops.
Right. Or a friend.
Yeah. Or friends. Of Kelce told the Associated Press the 4-time All-Pro tight end. What? That seems like unnecessary. 4-time All-Pro. Just put 3-time Super Bowl champion tight end.
Yeah, or just put Travis Kelce.
Will not test the market. If the 36-year-old Kelce returns for a 14th season, it'll be in Kansas City with Coach Andy Reid and quarterback Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I talked
you.
to somebody yesterday about that. I saw that article come out, and I flipped it to somebody that obviously knows what's going on, and they're like, all media speculation. It was like a laugh. I was like, no, this is nothing true at all with any of this. Travis Kelce will be here in Kansas City, and I don't know if he's going to sign today. I'd like to have it all signed now so we kind of know where we are just for ourself and selfish things, but he can sign whenever he wants. But they're planning on him being back. He will be back here in Kansas City, and then we'll go from there and see what happens. What do you think his expectation is coming back, for another year or another 2 years? Is it because he felt like there was unfinished business? Because I would think if I was Travis Kelce, I'd rather be here for 27 than 26, to be honest with you, and maybe he signs a 2-year deal and he is here for 26 and potentially 27 if he decides to play that long. But I wonder what the expectation is. Maybe just finishing things off right with Patrick Mahomes and not having him go out and catching his last pass from, who was that? Oladokin? Was that
I think it's more than that. I think it's more than just Patrick Mahomes. Because something screams to me in the back of my ear that this is a 2-year deal. Because remember how we were talking about the parallels of the Royals and the Chiefs? This seems like the Salvador Perez deal.
Golly.
This kind of seems like they're going to let him play 2 years, give him $15 million, give him $7.5 each year, because it's not just finishing out with Patrick Mahomes. You would think in 2 years that might be the end of Andy Reid.
Exactly, and that's a great point. Yeah,
Travis goes out, Andy goes out, Spags goes out.
Yeah,
they all go out, and then it's
Jones.
just kind of like it's another one, and then it's like the parents, everybody going, all right, Pat,
Winchester,
like, you're on your own now. Now you're the man of the house. Like we're all gone. It's you, not us.
It's a good point. That's a very fair point. I mean, when you look at Andy, when he signed that final contract, what was it, 2 years ago now, right? So he's got a couple of more years left, obviously, on that deal. I'm sure Florio is showing him the exit already because he's had him leaving for 10 years now. But that's an actual, pretty good inference, if you will, on that hypothesis.
And that kind of also gives like Jason his moment, like when they retire. So it wouldn't be like Jason goes to the Hall of Fame, then Travis goes to the Hall of Fame. It's like going to be Jason, and not that he cares about that, but they might.
Yeah, and with Donna's renovations on her kitchen, I don't know how she's going to make it to the Hall of Fame 2 years in a row. There's a lot going on with her right now. Even Jason.
That a main story.
I mean, did you see what like Jason tweeted out? He quote tweeted. He goes, "Donna's oldest son watched 2 hours of like Blue's Clues today." Bluey.
Yeah, Bluey.
A great story of the weekend is Donna Kelsey renovates her kitchen, makes TMC.
You think he does? You think he does this Salvador Perez contract?
I get where you're coming from. That's not a bad inference or a bad take. I hope that's not the case. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's a 1 year, like this is it, like type of announcement.
Again, because that goes back to my this is not a movie. Like guys,
but they want it to be,
Yeah, but we had the movie. The movie happened.
It did, yeah. Now we're in the bad sequel stage of things.
100%.
Like, who is this person playing Marty McFly's wife? Like that. Now we've entered into kind of that era of the thing. But I'm sure it probably will be a 2-year deal because you can spread that money out too a little bit more, than just having a 1-year deal, obviously. So we'll see what happens. He'll be back here in Kansas City. I don't think there should be any doubts.
Do you guys think it's him posturing a little bit?
No,
a lot of what the word's been is they're far apart as far as money's concerned, which I could see.
I think here's what I think it is. Honestly, he's coming back. Let's just say that. But what think it is that he's announcing that he's going to come back, and then the buzz starts to take off. I mean, if you're another team in the NFL, the value of Travis Kelce is probably more than anybody on your team right now, okay, no matter who you are. So you would probably go in very hard to make him a member of your organization because along with that comes Taylor Swift, comes more jersey sales, all the Swifties and all that kind of stuff. Like Travis Kelce is a very valuable commodity to any franchise in which he goes because of who his wife is going to be and what, that side of the business really is. And so I'm sure there have been other teams that have come in with like big opportunities for Travis Kelce. And, he can go out there and, look at all those offers he wants, but he'll be back. And the other thing too, imagine if he did leave, what his reputation would be in this town too, going from like one of the most beloved people to one of the most hated. I talked to somebody yesterday, said I got a text from a buddy of mine, said just go to Atlanta, go full heel on this one.
That's actually pretty funny.
And they talk about how it was the greatest year of your life that you went to Atlanta and all that kind of stuff. So
I don't know if he could be hated if he left. It would have to be like in a really bad, messy way where he had to be like, F the Chiefs, they just disrespect me, and F this town. Like, it'd have to be like that because there's nothing he could do that seemed like what Tony did. Like, he won 3 titles. He did all this stuff. He had all the speeches. He did all the parades. He did everything. He's lived here his whole life as an athlete. Like, unless he were to be like, man, I'm going to, I don't know. That'd be the only way.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be interested to see how people would, if they would turn full heel on him. But if you go to Houston, let's say, or Arizona, someplace that has really no identity, and you get Travis Kelce, all of a sudden his jersey will be the number 1 selling jersey in the NFL for that team.
Yeah, that way, I mean, that approach of like Travis Kelce, but Travis Kelce at 36, 37 as a tight end does not work in anyone else's system, but I think the Kansas City Chiefs. Because everybody else would be like, what? 37-year-old tight end over on our team? No.
Right. But people would do it for the marketing aspect of
that.
It.
Aspect,
100%.
100%. Yep. Coming up, Mac, unfortunately, you and I don't get to nap this week until Friday because we got a lot of stuff to do this week.
Big week.
It's one of the busiest weeks of the year, plus rumors to be addressed here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Bob Fescoe.
Out of anybody should talk, he should never grab a microphone.
And Dusty Likens.
His ass is foul of all foul.
Weekdays, 6 to 10. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5, The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control are back, baby, and we are excited about it. Springtime is here, and it's time to get those lawns looking awesome. And that's what Aspen Lawn and Pest Control did for us exactly 1 year ago. After they stopped laughing about how bad our lawn looked, they got to work, and they have now given us the best-looking lawn on the block. And we couldn't be happier with the service that we've gotten from Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. Their college-educated professionals know exactly what they're doing here in Kansas City. They study the soil, they study the seeds, they know everything to make sure that your lawn looks awesome, and it works. Look for those blue trucks that you see all over town from Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, and then look behind that truck. What do you see? The best-looking lawn on the block. Right now, Aspen is growing as well. They're hiring, so if you want to join a great team, work for a great company that does amazing work in Kansas City, call Aspen Lawn and Pest Control today, and they can take care of you, just like they've taken care of our lawn for the last year. Right now, you're going to get a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. Just visit them at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Looking for the best deal on TRT? Don't pay hundreds of dollars out of pocket or settle for a one-size-fits-all dose from your doctor just because they take your insurance. At Synergen X and Low T Center, you get powerful TRT dose for your body and covered by your insurance. Synergen X and Low T Center work with most insurance plans and customize each TRT for maximum effectiveness and safety. And this February, we're offering free testosterone tests and discounted peptides and GLP-1s to make getting your life back as easy as possible. Don't miss this opportunity. Go to SynergenX or lowtcenter.com and book today.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry nonstop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour nonstop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
As the seasons change, it's time to prep your HVAC system with a $49 seasonal tune-up from Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Rooter. A tune-up can help save money on your energy bill and help prevent expensive breakdowns. As your local home service experts, everything we do is backed by our exceptional service guarantee. Over 40 years experience and more than 8,000 five-star reviews adds up to dependable service from neighbors you trust. Visit callhamilton.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions.
Missouri, get ready. Circus Sports is giving you the chance to win owner Derek Stevens' wallet. From February 3rd to March 15th, you can take home your share of $250,000 in cash. Simply wager $100 and earn one share, wager $1,000 to earn two shares, wager $5,000 for a third share. Bet on anything from pro sports to college, straight bets to futures. Don't miss your chance to cash in and take home your share of Derek's wallet. Visit circusports.com for details. Must be 21 and older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/life. That's ethos.com/life. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mira joyed that Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Wouldn't you like to take a vacation from your bills? Well, you can. The new year is here. Home values are up, and you have more home equity than ever. Now is the time to put that home equity to work for you. This is James Hawkins, president of Golden Oak Lending. Credit card balances are at an all-time high. Why pay 25 to 30% interest to them when you could be saving thousands of dollars after a simple phone call? Golden Oak's mortgage rate is 4.5%. We have no fee to apply and no out-of-pocket costs. And if you call today, you could make no payments for 2 months. But don't wait. This rate won't last forever. Imagine how good it will feel to have those bills paid off. At Golden Oak Lending, we can make that happen in as little as 14 days. And if for any reason your loan doesn't close, we will pay for your appraisal. Call today and take advantage of our 4.5% fixed rate. Call 913-890-GOLD.
Golden Oak Lending cured my blues.
5.442 APR, FHA 15-year, 20% equity, qualified credit, additional terms apply. NMLS 114937.
Today is Heartland Men's Health Day on 96.5 The Fan. 3 locations: Overland Park, North Kansas City, and Independence. For more information, go to heartlandmenshealth.com. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Traffic for DM Injury Law, Missouri side, 49 northbound, recovering in Peculiar. Earlier accident at Peculiar Way, built long delays. That has mostly unwound. The accident now out of the way. A brief slowdown in the immediate area and then some southbound onlooker interest, but otherwise things moving pretty well around the metro. Give you one good reason why you should call DM Law. How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results. Mike's got this. 816-888-7500. Mike's got this. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
All right, we got a big day today here on 96.5 The Fan. It is Heartland Men's Health Day here on 96.5 The Fan. And for the month of March, Heartland Men's Health has a great offer for all of our local first responders and military families. If you are a first responder or a military family, go to heartlandmenshealth.com for more information, more details at your consultation as well. They're available at 3 locations in Overland Park, North Kansas City, and Independence. Heartland Men's Health is honored to serve those who serve all of us. So if you are a first responder, take advantage this month, guys, and get in and see what you can do at Heartland Men's Health. You got low T, maybe you're looking for a boost to help you lose some weight, whatever it is, they can help with everything. So make those appointments, get in there right now, especially if you are that first responder at heartlandmenshealth.com.
So we talked about this earlier about being the busiest sports week of the year. It's interesting because as a younger kid, you're not really, I think we all grew up diehard sports fans. I think we can agree to that. And how you get older and however far along you go into sports and how much you let it kind of, drive your fun in life, you don't realize these things until you start to kind of put the effort into it. And, we kind of teased it last week where it's like, well, tampering this week or whatever it may be, or negotiations can happen. And then you see the McDuffie stuff come out. You see over the weekend Max Crosby stuff going to Baltimore. And that's just like 2 or 3 names that you've talked about. And then you think about everything else that, we always say with the NFL, it's not always just about you. And then most of the time they respond like, well, it kind of is. Well, it's not this week. Like you have, and it depends on how nerdy you want to go, right? Like I think sports is kind of like, I guess it's kind of like a shopping spree. You can continue to go down all the major stores and get something from every store that you may like. And some people might be like, look, I'm just here for shoes, and then I'm going to get out of here, and I'm done. And some people, it might just be the NFL. But you have World Baseball Classic. You have the Players' Championship coming up with the famous 17th Island, right? The 5th major.
Yeah.
You've got NFL free agency. You have opening day coming up, so you'll have rosters starting to kind of trickle down because the World Baseball Classic and all that stuff will be getting done. Spring training is happening right now where the guys that didn't make it to World Baseball Classic teams are playing for their local teams like the Carter Jensens of the world. You're paying attention to that. So There's a lot moving this week alone.
Yeah.
And what's funny too is that like this week is also going to be the foreshadowing of busyness before the main thing, which is in June when this town, at least for us,
99 days to the first game, right?
That's right.
99 days to the first World Cup game here in Kansas City. And so, this week is going to be just flat out busy. Like, if you are a sports fan, this is one of those weeks, Dusty, which I'm surprised we don't have the WBC on somewhere. Maybe we don't get that channel right here. I think it's on FS1 or 2 this morning. I'm not sure which one that it is. But, you've got basically sports around the clock right now if you are that sports fan. I don't want to use the term that this is the best week of sports coming up because people will maybe have a different view of that. But this may be the most jam-packed action week of sports that we have seen in a very, very long time. Because, like I said, you could start with the World Baseball Classic this morning, and then that takes place. And then conference tournaments are going on all over the country right now. And if you like small college basketball, if you like the smaller Division I conferences, you can start watching every one of those games on ESPN Plus, right? They got the app. They've got every college basketball game, tournament game that you can imagine. Guilty pleasure. As much as I like spring training, sometimes I like watching those middle of the afternoon college tournament games that they're playing in the gym with the pull-out bleachers. It looks like your local high school, and somebody hits a game-winning shot, and everybody loses their mind, and they get to go to the tournament. Those moments are awesome. Also, NFL League year is getting ready to open this week, right? You got the WBC Team USA versus Team Mexico tonight. We're going to talk to Gene Watson, the advanced scout for Team USA at 7 o'clock.
Yes!
He just texted me. That game is sold out, standing room only tickets. The Mexico manager is talking about how this is one of the biggest games in the history of their country tonight.
Well, you've seen the history.
Yeah, exactly, right? So, that's a major event that we have going on right now. The spring training games, it doesn't get much better, guys, than what we have going on. We have a sports confluence going on right now that nobody's seen before. And the NFL, smart thinking by them, because I think it was a year ago or 2 years ago, the opening day of the NFL offseason was right after Selection Sunday. And everything kind of got lost. I think the NFL moved their league year up a week to avoid being in the middle of the Selection Sunday bracket like we saw a couple of years ago. And so now the NFL's even getting started a little bit early. And so there's just so much going on. Like, if you are a sports fan this week, I don't know, guys, I don't think it gets much better than what we've got going on this week.
Does Selection Sunday still do it for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they keep the half-hour show or hour show. They don't need the 2-hour show. Was a debacle years ago.
I don't think it ever will not do it for me.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. I don't like necessarily after it's over go directly to, Seth Davis or whoever, Seth Greenberg and all those guys and be like, well, I just really feel bad for Texas. They beat this team. They had a quadrant one win here, but hey, look, Miami, Ohio. I mean, what a game that was this weekend.
I mean, they're lucky that they're still undefeated. I mean, my God, they almost lose to Ohio.
We literally had a KU player shotgun a beer celebration.
That was amazing.
3.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Insane.
I'm copying that.
Please.
Yep.
Yeah. Every time.
Yep.
If you bang a chain.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And then you had the Miami, Ohio guy waving to the opposing student section.
Oh my God, there were
Bye,
so
beeps.
Yeah, but
Talk
there were people that were pissed about that. I think
I'm
Seth Davis
sure.
was one of those. You better win with class.
What
and
a
all this
filthy
kind of stuff.
mouth.
I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, even though those people were
Kiss
flipping him
my
off.
Wait till
calling
Seth
him
Davis
everything.
watches the Dominicans tonight play baseball, right? I mean, if you
I
thought
told you.
Seth
I
Davis
told
was
you,
mad,
dude.
what'd you say? They had weight sets out there at home plate? I mean,
Soto
like
had a
it's-
dumbbell with a chain that was around the dumbbell, a leather jacket, shades. I mean, poses for days. It was.
I mean, Juan Soto hits a walk-off home run in the 7th yesterday.
Pointed to his dugout and said, I told you MFers it was game over.
Yeah,
And it was.
and it was.
112, 400, right center, piss missile.
It was awesome, man. I love watching those guys play.
Did you see
We
O'Neal
need more
Cruz's
of that.
home run?
No, I missed that one. Was it a bullet?
I mean, it was 458, 118 off the bat, and he literally just stood at home plate after he hit it.
I love that.
Didn't
I love
move.
it. Yeah, I love that. There's nothing.
I mean,
there is nothing better than just lopping it out there after you hit a home run and just standing
'Cause, I
there
mean,
watching that thing go, man.
You got the drop ready. Kyle Schwarber's home run.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I know that I'm hard.
I don't know if that's the one that you were looking for.
Yeah.
But okay, good.
I mean, they showed that home run when he hit it when they were playing Great Britain that night. And then they show him hit that home run, and it was just like they took it from the MLB The Show angle.
Yeah.
Because you know that feeling you get
it's
when
the
you play
best.
the game and you click it and it's an automatic, right? And they do the pose and all that.
Yeah, they cut
had
the camera-
that shot
The
for
camera
Kyle
in the
Schwarber.
dirt you're talking about, right? Looking back, awesome view.
So
The
cool.
baseball goes from like a ping pong to a grain of salt in a matter of a millisecond, and to know what that feels like has to be insane because we saw what it did to Tarek Skubal. I'm going to throw 55 pitches, and I might come back because I'll see if my coach still let me. To I don't think I want to leave now.
Right, yeah. How cool was that, right? That interview with Scooble the other night in the game told you everything you needed to know. It also shows you why Scott Boras needs to butt the F out of business, okay?
Well, you could have said that in 98.
I know, I say it all the time, but Scott Boras is the worst thing to have ever happened to Major League Baseball, and I will stand on that to the day that I die. Gets his clients play, but he's destroyed the game. And the fact that this is the only guy that's sitting around going, well, I got to check with my agent. What is your agent? Your mommy? Like, seriously, Tarek, is Scott your mommy? Do you have to get permission from mommy to go out there and play in the World Baseball Classic? This is your life, bro. You want to go out there and play for Team USA? You do. You don't need permission from mommy Boris.
Meanwhile, there's Bryce Harper who's like, I mean, it's not the Olympics.
I mean, Bryce Harper, too. As much as I like him, he's becoming kind of a heel lately, man.
He's going kind of Rory McIlroy route.
But why?
Lately? I feel like that's been a thing, though,
But
right?
see, you would have said that, but
it's been different. So people didn't like him early on because he was cocky.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's more so like he's kind of got to this like grouchy, like, I don't want it this way. Like almost how like Aaron Rodgers' career went, but not like with the wild lifestyle. Like not the like ayahuasca and people don't understand things because they
Fake
haven't
marriages.
Like they haven't read what I've read because I know more than you type of persona. But Bryce Harper's now kind of like you went from like blowing kisses to a pitcher, hitting a tank shot off of him at 16 to, you know, having the mullet, having the swag, the over the top eye black to now it's just like, I mean, it's cool, but it's not the Olympics. It's like, I think I'd rather hear the Shia LaBeouf interview one more time.
Yeah, right.
You like tacos? I F with him. I like tacos deep, dog. Okay, I don't know what he's saying half the time, but like that's where I'm kind of at with Bryce Harper. Like there were reasons why because of arrogance. Now it's like, now you're just kind of like, you think everything's just not right anymore. It's like, of course it's not the Olympics, dude, but this is the closest thing we have.
That's the spoiled baseball player, though, right there coming out. Like that's the guy who's
like getting in the
gotten
face
the
of,
fruit and all that. And now
in the
he's
face of Manfred in the locker room, like, get the F out of here. It's like, dude, be professional about it at least. Like, now, if you want to see a real funny video of Bryce Harper, watch him charge the mound and try to throw his batting helmet at the pitcher. And it looks like 50 Cent throwing out a first pitch.
Yeah, it's bad. But the thing is about Bryce Harper, like when he first came up, Kling and I went and did an interview with him. Couldn't have been better. It was awesome. Yeah. We walked out of there. We went,
money.
Yeah, exactly. But he was with Washington at the time. But we're like, oh, that's a superstar, man. How awesome was he? I mean, couldn't have been any better. Yeah, what do you guys need? Let's do this. It'd be awesome. Like it was fantastic. And to see him like this now, it's like he became grumpy old man overnight that didn't get his coffee at the right temperature at McDonald's at 5:30, and the hash brown didn't have enough fancy catsup on it. Like, what happened to Bryce Harper? Well, it's not the Olympics. Yeah, but this is what you guys have right now, right? This is what we have right now. Instead of looking at what we don't have, which is human nature, we always look at what we don't have. Oh, I wish I had this. I wish I had that. We don't have that right now. What we do have, though, is this World Baseball Classic. Take advantage of it. That building down there, what's it called? The Tropicana Field or Minute Maid Park or whatever they're calling it these days.
Astros are playing?
Yeah, that place is going to be a freaking party tonight. It's going to be sold out.
7 o'clock, it's on your TV,
Yeah, it's on your TV. Fox, Big Fox, I believe, televised it. We'll get to that in a second. I mean, that was unbelievable, man. We'll talk to Gene about that, too, at 7 o'clock. Where the hell's Bobby Witt? It's Game 2 of the World Baseball Classic, and Bobby's getting a spell? I mean, like, what are we doing? But Bryce Harper, man, just embrace this. Now, maybe that's his salvo to let the owners know we want to play in the Olympics, and that's the way he's going about it, by doing it publicly, because these ball players do want to play in the Olympics in 28 in L.A., and that's going to be a big part, I believe, of this contract negotiation that's coming up. The players want to play. They've got to figure out a way to do it. Hockey's television ratings over the last 2 weeks have been huge since the Olympics.
It's real easy, the Olympics baseball. Hey, no All-Star break.
Right, exactly. It's not that hard.
It's the Olympics.
You're going to take 2 weeks off. It's okay to do that every once in a while. Like, that's why I like Rob Manfred. He's not afraid to break out of the box that baseball has created. A lot of these baseball people, man, are afraid to do something different.
It is a Monday. We don't do anything different at 6:30. We do our normal overreaction and macaroni. Your name is at the top of the list.
Mention his name, Bobby Witt, most disrespected superstar in sports right now. I don't know a superstar that. Well, if Aaron Judge wasn't in the lineup, it would be a riot. It would be the biggest story of the week.
Aaron Judge, they would never miss it either.
What do you say?
They would never make him miss it either. Like, they would never be like, hey, you're going to sit today. Be like, excuse me?
Of course, they wouldn't do it. They would never think of that. It would be the biggest story ever, right? And he's the second best. Bobby Witt is the third best baseball player. He's the best 5-tool player in baseball. And the fact that he wasn't in the lineup is malpractice.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just trying to think of other five. I was trying to think if Ohtani's considered a 5-tool player, but he pitches. He doesn't play defense, which you could cancel those out. I'm just trying to see who would argue that. Who's disrespected in the NFL? You think? Is there Darnold? Not anymore.
I think Patrick Mahomes is disrespected. They didn't let him in the playoffs this year.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I'm a Jason Tatum fan. I feel like sometimes he's disrespected, but not to
How
this.
was his opening night back?
Oh, how about that? Yeah, we haven't even talked about it, man.
Started 13 points or whatever.
It was incredible.
They turned the lights out and everything. It was sick.
So dope. Play the Spurs tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree. I think it is a very good conversation that needs more than 2 minutes of reaction because insane. Insane. When I got that lineup, I thought it was a joke. I thought this was I
honest to God thought he got hurt.
Well, I looked at it.
I was what happened?
Immediately, of course, tweeted, not a fan of this lineup.
And Gunnar was great. Gunnar Henderson was awesome that night.
And maybe this is an overreaction, but I don't think it is because I think there's a lot of people with me on this. I don't give a rip to watch the Team USA if Bobby Witt Jr. is not playing. There are other athletes. It's about the country, not the man. But if Bobby Witt Jr. is the third best player in the world, and one of those players plays for Team Japan and the other two play for Team USA, you don't miss. I'm sorry, Gunnar. I'm sorry. You're just not that good as Bobby Witt. You're good. You're great. You're just not Bobby Witt because, you know what? Mark DeRosa, realize it. Maybe play him at second base. Maybe play him somewhere else. But when you have Bobby Witt Jr., you don't bench Bobby Witt Jr. I don't care if it was Great Britain. I don't care if it was Bobby Witt Jr. would play 161
Great Britain
games.
kept it close for 4 innings. I mean, there was every out that went by, you're like, uh-oh.
I don't want to watch this team if Bobby Witt Jr. is not leading off. It was an emphasis from Mark DeRosa. You know who the second person was to get a call for Team USA? DeRosa called Judge. Judge called Bobby.
That's right.
Bobby sits game 2. It is malpractice.
Ridiculous.
Get this guy. I don't ever want to. I'm glad I don't know Mark DeRosa.
Well, that's my overreaction. Fire Mark DeRosa, and now maybe we know why Mark DeRosa is not a manager in the big leagues. He doesn't know what he's doing. The fact that you have Bobby Witt on your team, and this is a World Baseball Classic that everybody talked about is just 2 weeks long, 7 games or whatever it is. It's a sprint to the finish to try to win that championship. I know you beat Great Britain by a lot, but still, you got to put your best foot forward. You got to give Bobby Witt the opportunity to be out there. Bryce Harper wasn't in that lineup either, if I'm not mistaken, on that Friday night game or Saturday game, whenever it was against Great Britain. I remember looking at the first 2 in the lineup going, who are these people? And then Aaron Judge was right there at number 3. And you guys are right. If he was out of the lineup, it'd be a national story. It'd be a federal case. It'd be something that even Stephen A. Smith was screaming about, right? But Bobby, everybody just kind of looks the other way. But I was very disappointed in that over the weekend because I was disappointed because I immediately thought something bad happened to Bobby Witt Jr. because nobody in their right mind is keeping Bobby Witt Jr. out of the lineup in the World Baseball Classic. Are they? They are.
I know that we're going to talk to Vern today, and I'm kind of interested in what Vern has to say. Because Vern would tell you, who follows this team all the time, that Bobby's always like, no, put me in there. I play 160 to 100. I mean, he missed 1 game 1 year, I think 2 another year. So, this isn't hey, maybe let Gunnar play. No. This is a tournament that you're trying to win, that you play your best at. And I'm talking about in position. I was so just off on that. And the reactions were great.
Here's the Mexico manager about how big this is. This is why Bobby better be in the lineup. Monday's
they're all
game
playing tonight. That's why Skeens is pitching
against USA. Not only a baseball game, but one of the greatest spectacles in sports with this WBC rivalry is what Benji Gill, the Mexico manager, is saying about this game tonight. Bobby better be in that damn lineup.
No, he'll be in there. And if he's not, it's because there is an injury. And then that will come out.
And then, yes.
But no, that's why they save Skeens for this game.
Huge.
Whether you think Logan Webber or Tarek Skubal are better, I think Paul Skeens is the best pitcher in baseball.
I agree.
And there's not a close second.
I agree. You pitch him tonight, he's going to be dominating.
He's just that much better than everybody else.
That game's going to be fire tonight, guys. That atmosphere is going to be
Fireball.
nuts.
You see that Golden Corral commercial?
No,
I'm not.
Dad, it's fire. Yeah, Fireball.
For Golden Corral, they're serving fireballs at the.
No, they're just they're trying to have the kids' lingo spread out. No, I can't wait, man. 7:00, it's going to be insane.
3.5 point spread.
I mean, you could alt spread that. The United States will.
That is by far the closest spread they've had.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like the other night. What was it? 9, and the over/under was 14, and they hit the spread.
I mean, it was 1-0 in the fourth inning, and the U.S. was minus 4,000 still.
Still, this is still pool play tonight, right? We're still in pool play.
Yeah, because they play Mexico, and then they play Team Italy.
Right, Italy tomorrow.
And Italy's leaving Canada.
So
RBI double.
I forget what I was going to say. With pool play being here, the games mattering. I forget what were you guys talking about?
About how the spreads don't. It's a
spread. That spread thing is going to be interesting to see how that goes forward and how much more dominating people truly view Team USA over everybody else. But I mean, I think the atmosphere tonight is just going to be kind of playoff atmosphere, and that's what we need to see. That's good for baseball.
No doubt. What's good for football are rumors, and we will dive into what we heard. Plus, we got a voicemail from Jay Binkley about it. So we'll dive into that here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you something. My friends over at QC Kinetics saw the weather yesterday and said everybody needs to be outside doing outdoor activities, whether it's stuff around the yard, whether it's playing golf, pickleball, tennis, running, whatever it is. The springtime is here, and the last thing you want to do is not be able to get outside and enjoy this beautiful weather because you have pain in your joints. And I'll tell you, getting older faster than you should ain't in the cards at QC Kinetics. Ongoing pain makes you feel older than you are, but here's the good news. QC Kinetics patients are getting relief, feeling younger, and jumping back into life full speed, and it didn't happen in an operating room. At QC Kinetics, they use the latest regenerative treatments backed by real science, treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body, concentrate them right where you need that relief. That's how they do it at QC Kinetics, and the sooner you get started, the sooner you're going to feel better. Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatment. Your first visit and consultation's free. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
DQ presents The Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve, plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good. Participation may vary.
Need parts fast?
Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's Thirsty Thursday at Hy-Vee. Time to stock up the bar and fill up your tank. Earn 50 cents per gallon fuel savings on every $50 purchase of wine, beer, hard seltzer, and spirits. Mix and match all your favorite libations and get a 50-cent fuel saver with every $50 purchase. Stack up the savings and your next fill-up could be free. Don't miss Thirsty Thursday at your Kansas City, Missouri Hy-Vee. Product promotion differs by location. Offers valid where legal, available while supplies last.
If you're like me, you're feeling the pinch of high prices right now on just about everything. And that's where my friends at Hy-Vee come in to save the day, because they're always finding ways at Hy-Vee to save me money, like amazing fuel saver deals. Shop Hy-Vee this Saturday and Sunday and get a 30-cent per gallon fuel discount when you spend $60 on groceries. And you can stack up the savings on Hy-Vee fuel saver deals, and your next fill-up could even be free. There's nothing better than saving money, only at Hy-Vee.
How old is your roof? If it's over 15 years old, it could be time to replace it before small issues become major problems. At Century Roofing, we've installed over 35,000 roofs in more than 35 years right here in Kansas City. We know what to look for, and we know how to protect your home. Schedule your free inspection today and let our team give you peace of mind. Trust the pillars of strength with KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing, KC.com.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
At Odyssey, we believe in creating a diverse and inclusive workforce. We also value the power of community and encourage local organizations to help us in referring qualified applicants to our stations. If you're a community organization interested in receiving our vacancy information, simply email equalemployment@odyssey.com. You'll be notified of all our open positions. That's equalemployment@odyssey.com. And for all our listeners, please visit odysseyinc.com/careers for a list of job openings at all Odyssey radio stations.
Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Visit anthonyphc.com today.
For 75 years, Kansas City families have trusted Anthony for comfort, safety, and dependable service. Thank you for trusting us with your house keys. Anthony, in your home for 75 years.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Belton, 49 northbound, a little slow around Missouri, 58. 71 northbound, still rolling from 87th up to Gregory. East side, 70 westbound, getting a little slow from Manchester Traffic Way over to Van Brunt with construction. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
So we got some, I don't know, commotion this weekend over the internet involving the Chiefs. As we start free agency out, DeMarco Jackson has agreed to terms to go back to the Bears on a 2-year, $7.5 million deal worth up to $10.5 million. As more of that will come out today.
Who?
Never heard of him. That's right.
He got how much?
Well, Schefter had to get, he had to get the appetizers
How to get
out.
it going, yeah.
DeMarco Jackson.
Now's the time to make love to your wife before the big names come out, Adam, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think when you look at what the rumor was this weekend that kind of might have had people talking was that Scoops, who's out here talking about Kenneth Walker joining the Kansas City Chiefs, that they're in contact and talking, and it's close. And Jay Binkley, who, of course, does the Character Concerns podcast with our guy, Chris Unicero. So he left Mac a voicemail. And Mac, I'm going to need you to play said voicemail.
Yep.
Because Binkley, he gives you all the reasons why you should trust this Scoops guy that Kenny Walker is coming to the Chiefs.
Hey, Mac, what's up? It's Jay. Hey, I was going to tell you there's a guy on Twitter.
You got to tell
named
you
Ricky.
who it was.
He must have worked in a front office or something or has friends, but he's been doing this for the last couple of years. But he throws something out there, and he's right. Just like the whole Karlaftis deal last year, he's getting an extension. He nails it, but he's talking about Kenneth Walker linked to the Chiefs, and it's pretty reliable. But I'm just saying, when he puts something out there, I mean, I wouldn't go to bank on it.
Probably
But
9 out of 10 times he's right.
Let me tell you, 9 times out of 10, the dude's right.
So there's something there.
Which 10 has he been on, and which 9 did he get correct? I'd like to know that.
Either way,
yes, no,
that's
Ricky.
Ricky Scoops.
Yep.
And I've seen other people like Harold Kuntz, who was on this show before, and he was with Cody and Gold on Friday for their little happy hour session they do. And even he was like out there, like, not Scoops again. Like, and then the receipts start coming out, and Binkley's right. Like, this guy, for some reason, he's that like feather in Forrest Gump. Like, you don't really know what they're doing there, but for some reason, every time it shows up, something significant happens. And we'll see. Because I'm real interested to know what the perspective is. If Kenny Walker were to come to the Kansas City Chiefs, what people would think about that. And everyone will say, well, let me see the contract first.
No, I don't care
but
about
that's
the contract.
not that's not how we do it today.
No.
What if this is true? What if Kenny Walker is the future of your team? And what if they do the Nick Wright theory of, trade picks, and then all of a sudden they're taking the 9th pick, they trade the 29th and the 40th, and somehow they get the 9th, the 13th, and the 24th, and they get Kenny Walker, and you get to see the picture of Brett Veach leaving One Arrowhead Drive with the confidence and the slicked hair to the side,
driving like the dude,
whatever it may be. But like, how does that make
Brett,
you guys
get a rope
feel?
and drive like the dude, brother.
Because I'd be okay with it.
McGruber!
I'd be happy to have Kenny Walker here. I don't know. That's my raw reaction is I'd be happy. I wouldn't be, well, it's not the Olympics type of guy.
Right, exactly, yeah.
I wouldn't be like,
yeah.
well, it's not Jeremiah Love, or, well, I'm going to see how much they paid him. No, they addressed the biggest problem on the team, that's the running game.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I am with you. And I've said it all along with the Super Bowl tax that Kenneth Walker is going to have to receive because that's just what happened right now. But I got a buddy of mine who played college football for years, worked as an agent in the NFL and in college football. He's been texting me since literally during the Super Bowl going, perfect fit for the offense, perfect fit for the offense, perfect fit for the offense. And I'm like, yeah, but, he's going to get that Super Bowl tax. But again, that's part of the deal in the NFL. They have to go out there and sign the right guys and do what they need to do, what they feel is right. And I've always been, look, if the Chiefs decide to do something, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt on it. They've got rings and trophies and championships to say, we kind of know what we're doing here. We're pretty good at assembling a team. And so I would look at that and go, look, I'm just going to tip my cap, give them the benefit of the doubt. Did they get Kenneth Walker and Kenneth Gainwell confused? Because what I do keep hearing, though, is that it's going to be nickel and dime type guys that the Chiefs are going to get in. Kenneth Walker is not a nickel and dime type of guy. So maybe you get a Kenneth Walker and then everybody else is nickel and dime type guys, or they're really confusing Kenneth Walker and Kenneth Gainwell, because Kenneth Gainwell makes a lot of sense to come to Kansas City as a nickel and dime type guy who can be a Jerick McKinnon, because I've seen comps to him. So are we sure that they're not getting Kenneth Walker and Kenneth Gainwell confused because of the first name Kenneth?
I don't need a Kenneth in my life. I think I'm good on both Kenneths.
On both of them, really?
I think I'm good on both Kenneths.
I have a friend,
here.
Kenneth Mantell from Facebook. Up in
maybe
Chicago.
I won't speak for him. Maybe he's a great Kenneth. But
he's a good guy, yes.
Okay,
very
good for him.
good guy. Wants to be a great dad. Tries his ass off.
Good for him.
One of my good friends. Love you, Ken.
But to Kenny Walker.
Yeah, I Kenneth Gainwell, fine, he can catch passes. I want a running back.
I brought his name up like 3 weeks ago.
He can catch passes. I want a running back. I want someone who can run the football. Kenneth Gainwell, maybe if they do something first, but that alone, I'm not confident.
No, I'm
in that.
not saying that alone.
We'd be at both Kennies.
Yeah, and then Kenneth Walker, I mean, this is his first and only season that he's had where he didn't miss games due to injury.
Okay.
He's going to be drastically overpaid.
Yep.
And yeah, he's in his late 20s. I'd just rather have a guy like Travis Etienne, who's in his late 20s too, or not Travis Etienne, Tyler Algier, who's 25. There's other running backs out there. They're 24, 25-year-old running backs. This guy's been hurt. He's going to be overpaid.
Yeah.
I thought he had a great 6 weeks to end the season, and I think we've drastically overrated him now. I think he's good. I don't think he's great.
You're talking like a 50-year-old going into free agency as opposed to a 28-year-old going into free agency, because that's the case right there. Like, you channeled your inner Bob Fescoe for why not to make this guy work. I'll channel my inner Mac Murray and go, he had a great 6 weeks, and if he can come here and help the offense, let's go ahead and do it. But no, I completely understand where you're coming from, because that's a great case. Has injury history, played 6 weeks of great football, and everybody falls in love with what they see on national TV as a fan. You know,
I think I'm wrong about his age. I think he is 25, so that's my fault.
Yeah, what's his injury history?
Well, last year he was on the IR for
That's the only one.
Ankles, and then the year before he had
He played 15 games and started all 15.
Yeah.
And the year before, well, we did this with Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, you're right.
Because the year before that, he played in 15 games, and he was a rookie.
He missed 2 games due to left oblique injury in 2023, and then 2022 he had a hernia surgery, missed some games.
But played 15.
You're right. We could nickel and dime it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's gotten.
And he had 9 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns, 7, and last year 5. But played 11 out of 11, got hurt in the 24 season. 23, he played 15 games. He started 15 games. And in 22, he was a rookie. He played in 15 games and started in 11.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good enough. You know,
And he's barely had over 1,000 yards. That's 1,050. I think is his peak. We talk about him like he's 1,300 yard guy.
Right. Yeah. Because of the Super Bowl, because of the playoffs, because of the final 6
100%.
weeks. Like he did what you need to do as a football player. He cashed in and played his best when everybody was watching. And so that happens. I mean, that's just human nature in sports. Everybody saw it. And so he will get that's, as I call it, the Super Bowl tax on a lot of these guys, which is a lot of these guys we don't pay here in Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, Trent McDuffie, like all these guys that got obvious Super Bowl tax and had to be moved on from. But like if we were sitting here last year, they wouldn't have been able to trade Kenneth Walker for much of anything, probably,
exactly.
right? And
Yes.
now he's looking to be one of the most coveted running back free agents on the market. I just always get nervous when everybody loves one player in free agency. It scares the hell out of me.
No, I'm with you guys.
Like
I mean,
gambling almost.
I don't want them to. I don't want them. If we're talking about player wise, yes, the running back position would be changed. But like if you throw in like the contract, like I'm not saying that, but like you have to, which is a weird conversation to say out loud. But like, yeah, I think Mac's right. I think he is going to get dramatically overpaid and let that be somebody else.
Yeah.
But if he's not going to get overpaid, like if his agent's like, hey man, I know you want all this money, but people are saying this, like it's only going to be this. And then maybe you sign like a 2-year deal. And then when you're 27, you go boom up in somewhere else. If that's the case, I'm in love with the move. Because then I think with Max saying is like, you go get Kenny Walker, they go get like Algier and have those two guys just duke it out back there. There's no wrong answer. Because you wouldn't do that. Because then it would scream like if you go get a guy like Kenny Walker, you probably wouldn't get anybody else. And I don't want that to be the case. I kind of am like Mac, where I want like a 2-guy system where they can both kind of play off of each other because we've seen that work in the NFL by a slew of teams.
And you
With
do
Walker,
need
too.
you do need a
Specifically.
2-man system regardless of who you sign. Even if you draft Jeremiah Love, I still need a 2-back system because that's how you maintain the health of these guys as well. The last thing you want to do is have a 1-man show. That guy gets hurt. Now we're back to where we were this year, you know?
No doubt. So that'll be conversations as we continue to move on throughout the day because obviously the NFL free agency world is coming to a live action shot towards you. Starts at 11 o'clock today, and then Wednesday, everybody is officially signed. That gets to a new team. Coming up next, we get to Gene Watson to talk nothing but the World Baseball Classic and Team USA. Bob's going to ask you if Mark DeRosa should be fired. Here on 96.5 The Fan, you're over Kansas City Sports.
Watson, yes!
This is Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, here we are. It is springtime, and I did something yesterday for the first time in this spring season. I went out and started to clean my windows off a little bit, and I'm looking at that, I'm going to go, man, Window World has made such a difference in our house because it was a couple of years ago we needed all new windows, and so we decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to use the best in Kansas City, the official window of the Kansas City Chiefs, and that is Window World. They came out and gave us that free estimate, and we're like, we are sold. Not only are they great folks over at Window World, but the lifetime warranty covers all parts, glass breakage, and labor. And that means if you're mowing the lawn and a rock goes through the window, just call Window World. They'll come out and replace it. Or if you're like us and you have a sliding glass door and you close the screen and the dog runs through it, well, yeah, you can call Window World. They'll come out and fix that as well. Window World is also offering 36 months, same as cash financing with approved credit. So you got to check them out now at windowskansascity.com, or better yet, give them a call. 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. That's 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. 1-800-GET-WINDOWS or at windowskansascity.com. It's Window World. Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? Call Jay Southland Tow Service, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all. Be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
In Kansas, truth is told in speed. Wide open, full bore, and no mercy. Season momentum earned 3 and 4 wide. Loud, intense, inches predicting outcomes. Blink and miss.
They bang sideways.
What just happened? Pure speed whipping across the plains.
Hell yeah, boys!
NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, April 18th and 19th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Rock Weather is brought to you by Metal by the Foot, your metal project superstore.
Where can you find an extensive line of Blue Demon welding supplies, filler, rods, and wire? Metal by the Foot, located in Casey and Topeka. Online at metalbythefoot.com. When you need a piece of metal, remember, metal doesn't have to cost an arm or a leg, just the foot.
Today is Heartland Men's Health Day on 96.5 The Fan. 3 locations: Overland Park, North Kansas City, and Independence. For more information, go to heartlandmenshealth.com. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
East side 70 westbound starting to check in heavy from Manchester Traffic Way in past 31st, then sluggish out to Jackson Avenue, getting into a construction zone where the left lane is blocked. Heading on the Kansas side, 435 westbound briefly slow at Antioch. Allen Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Listen between 2 and 6 on Monday, March 9th and Tuesday, March 10th for your chance to qualify for the Drives Papa Shot Tournament. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, in Odyssey Sports Station.
Maybe some of you might have missed it or didn't see it, but to conclude the Trent McDuffie to the Rams and quarterback Trent McDuffie reached an agreement yesterday on a record 4-year, $124 million extension that included $100 million guaranteed, making Trent McDuffie the highest paid cornerback in NFL history. Trent McDuffie would get that contract, go to Twitter and say, God is good. And I would say, I would agree, Trent McDuffie. So, $100 million guaranteed, $124 million over 4 years, the richest cornerback contract in history. What has Brett Veach told us multiple times? A, I don't sign cornerbacks. B, I also don't pay the highest paid player in that position unless, obviously, we have seen that a couple of times, I guess, with Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, and Harrison Butker. And at the time, I think it was Patrick Mahomes, but no longer on that list. But yeah, Trent McDuffie and the Rams, they are officially signed, sealed, delivered. He's theirs. The picks in the draft will be there for the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll see what happens, how they kind of maneuver those, how they kind of play chess while everybody else plays checkers during the NFL draft process. But it is the World Baseball Classic. Korea currently up on Australia 6-1. For those that are maybe been under a rock for the last 2 days, Team United States will play Team Mexico tonight. That game will be at 7 o'clock, and it will be on Fox. So I am ecstatic for it as well. Mexico 2-0, United States 2-0. The history is evidently obvious in these games. Mexico's gotten them a couple of times here in the past. The United States 3.5 run favorite. The over/under 11.5. So could see some fireworks. Could see some real fun tonight as Paul Skeens takes the bump. Hope to everything on my life. Bobby Witt Jr. is actually in the lineup for this game, which he should be. But Team USA rolls along. They beat Brazil. They beat Great Britain. And Friday night, Saturday nights when they played, off yesterday. They'll play, obviously, we mentioned tonight against Mexico. I'm really excited to see this because this is, I think, what their best team will look like. I think they have the best pitcher in baseball. In fact, I think they have the best pitcher in the world on the mound tonight. I think they have two of the top baseball players in the world tonight, hopefully in that lineup. And we go out to Gene Watson to talk all things World Baseball Classic here. And Gene, I've got to tell you, man, I mean, you know me quite well. I wasn't pissed. I was pissed that Bobby Witt Jr. wasn't in that lineup and Gunnar Henderson was. And our buddy Mac Morey, our producer and co-host here, said that Bobby Witt Jr. might be, what'd you say, Mac?
What do you think, Gene? The most disrespected superstar in sports right now?
Well, good morning, and thanks for having me, guys. You know, it's really difficult, guys, because as you begin to build out this roster, the most important thing you have to do is protect yourself at the premium positions, catcher, shortstop, center field. And as you begin to work through, you know, guys obviously know Aaron Judge was the first phone call, and you begin to work through the roster, these guys aren't going to come and not play. None of them, not any of them are going to come, because while this is a very important event and it makes the argument for having it in mid-season, kind of a break in between, which is a great idea by Bob.
Thank you.
You can't just not play anybody. Everybody's got to play. And so then from that point, especially at the premium positions, you got to pick your spots. And I certainly think that, and I haven't seen the lineup for tonight, but I certainly think you'd rather have Bobby Witt Jr. on the field versus Mexico than you would Great Britain. And so it's not easy. You're dealing with the best players in the world. And the first thing when you call and ask them, hey, we want you to play for the World Baseball Classic, the first thing the organization, the agent, and the player want to know is like, what's the runway look like for playing time? And so that it's not an easy thing to manage. And these guys all know going into it that there's going to be a time and place where they don't play, and that's what makes this event pretty special.
So Aaron Judge would miss a game?
Don't know that. I don't know. I'm not the manager. I don't know.
No,
that,
I get that. I just say
but again, premium position players. Like you're trying to get the very best you can at the premium spots, and so with that comes some juggling.
I get that, but like where I'm at is Bobby Witt Jr. is the second best baseball player in the entire United States, and in the world of baseball, he's the third best baseball player, and he plays 161 games a year in the regular season. So I don't understand like why Gunnar Henderson gets the at least you're here, go play. I feel like it's just unfortunate for Gunnar Henderson. You can play if it's a blowout, or you can play if I just feel like a guy like Bobby Witt has to be in the lineup guys like Ohtani, guys like Aaron Judge, guys like Bobby Witt, who are ranked that high and are that damn good, should never miss games.
I certainly understand your point.
Talking with Gene Watson here on 96.5 The Fan. You can tell DeRosa we're pissed too, man, and like he should be gone. This is why he's not a big league manager. He doesn't even know to play Bobby Witt, right?
There are just conversations that are had prior to the first game, like when you are like even Scooble. I mean, that was a three-way conversation between the organization, the agent, and the player. And when you get into the moment and you realize that to be insured in this thing, the intersection of age, health, and contract is what most of the time keeps you from getting insured. Okay, well, Scooble's a free agent. Mm-hmm. He's about to be one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid pitcher in baseball. 3 years from now, he's going to be older than this. So, I mean, like, he's looking at like, I may never get to do this again. And guys, I got to tell you, I have been every venue in the world. I was at Korea, Japan in 2009. I've seen all of these. This scene in Houston is absolutely unbelievable. And we haven't even gotten to tonight yet. I mean, tonight is just going to be, it's going to be unbelievable.
Have you got to watch a Dominican Republic game yet?
No, not really, because when I'm not at our games, I'm watching the game either before or after, and I'm working on these reports. So I know there's an interesting situation going on in Tokyo right now where Korea leads Australia 5-1, and they have to win by more than 5 runs and not give up 3, or Australia loses and advances.
Korea's now up 6-1, Gene.
6-1 now.
Yeah. Okay. So, but they got to give up. I think they have to give up less than 3.
Okay.
Or Australia loses the game and advances. So it's a weird tiebreaker rule that something to pay attention to.
So what's it going to be like tonight? Team Mexico versus Team USA. What's that scene going to be like down there?
I hate to tell you, I think it's going to be a 70% Team Mexico crowd.
I was going to say, I think it's probably Mexico partial tonight. Yeah.
There's no question. And first of all, like, my whole family's going, and like the security concerns, and like, let's make sure everything is okay. Getting in and out of the ballpark is going to be huge. But the Mexican fans are just so unbelievable. They're singing songs in between games, and they're just taking pictures, and it's one big party. And I've seen it in Venezuela, I've seen it in the Dominican, I've seen it in Mexico, and there's just nothing like it. And Houston is such a diverse global city that the scene tonight is just going to be absolutely crazy. I live an hour north of downtown, and I'm staying in Houston tonight because it's just going to be so crazy getting in and out of Houston.
Yeah, are you? Because see, Gene, this is where I'm at, because I know you're Mr. Nolan Ryan. He did it for you. I feel like what Paul Skeens does for me is probably what he did for you. When it comes to excitement, the laces in his fingertips and just knowing that he has overpowering stuff. And buddy, I can't wait to see him going up against Duran and Arozarena with Paul Skeens on the bump, rocking the red, white, and blue, throwing 99 on the black.
So when the final game ends, I always send the report in. I give the staff about 30 minutes to digest, the moment, and then you have to look forward to the next game. And last night, all that momentum of Mexico, 16-0, they're singing in the crowd, everybody's going crazy. And when I sent the report in, I said, momentum is the next day's starting pitcher, and we have a beast going tomorrow. So, he just such an amazing story. I mean, this guy was a position player at the Air Force Academy and got to a point to where he had to either stay the course and stay in the academy, which entailed a service time to be an officer. And, he gambled on himself and went to LSU and just turns into the best pitcher in baseball. And it's such a great testimony to parents about development and struggling. And you're not always going to, develop at 16, 17, 18 years old. This guy was a catcher and turned into one of the best pitchers in the world, developing late. And, he's truly remarkable. He's a generational arm, and it's going to be fun to watch him in that scene tonight.
Will Livy Dunn be there tonight? And if so, will you have her FaceTime me if you see her?
I got to tell you, I'm a little anxious about batting practice because I'm a Livy Dunn fan. I have so much great admiration for people that are so good at what they do, and she's remarkable. And but no, there will be no FaceTime call. This isn't Emma Stone, okay?
I was just saying, if this was Emma Stone, I'd get her on with you. No, you know that.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
You would know that. Hey, before we let you get out of here, can we find a way to incorporate the Dominican fun into Major League Baseball, or do we have too many stuffed suits still running Major League Baseball?
No, I don't think that's true. I mean, you've heard the phrase "let the kids play," and I think there's been a lot of that going on. I mean, and it's what I said. It's a lot to what I said about last week. Like, these players have so much personal pride, and this is not an easy thing to do. I mean, playing in the major leagues is a miracle, and 1 in 3 that make it play 1 year, and another 1 in 3 play 5, and so you've just got to. These guys work tirelessly in preparing with their bodies, preparing, for the next day's game. It's really taxing, and And so some of these guys just take on the personality of grinder attitudes, and they don't get distracted, and and just more respect for the game. You know, there's a lot of these guys have been taught that you respect the game and you don't get too high when things are going good, and you don't get too low when things are going bad. And so I think there's a lot of that. But I think more in the last 5 to 10 years, you've seen more personalities come out in the game of baseball than we ever have. Mm-hmm. And I think it's great for the game. It identifies with the young fans. And so I think it's going to be good moving forward.
Well, Gene, we appreciate the great insight from you, brother. Enjoy the game. Enjoy tonight. Enjoy a couple Cayman Jacks or whatever you want to do. And take care, bro. We'll talk to you next week.
Go USA. Talk to you guys. See ya.
That is Gene Watson. We get back, and we will talk more about that. Man, I'm ready to just absolutely get to 7 o'clock. But again, we get back to free agency conversations plus Mac Morey with one word here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for K-State athletics. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, springtime means you're going to be doing all those projects around your house to get it looking better. And I'm here to tell you, stop doing it on your own and call my friends over at CertaPro, because they're going to come out and they're going to take your house and turn it into something that you absolutely love. You can tell when your house needs a new paint job, right? You may have flakes peeling off the outside of your house, or maybe it's the inside of your house. You just need a fresh coat and you're looking for the perfect people to do it. Well, that is CertaPro Painters. You can schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. And what's really cool about CertaPro Painters is that each business is independently owned and operated right here in your community. And you're dealing with, I should say, folks that live in Kansas City and work here in Kansas City. And the process is so simple. CertaPro's been out to our house. They looked at our house. They said, yeah, we can take care of that. No problem at all. I easily booked a free estimate, reviewed their detailed proposal, and scheduled my project right there on the spot. They're timely, they're clean, they're awesome. So it is time to get your paint job scheduled today with my friends over at CertaPro. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and from changing seasons to unpredictable road conditions, having solid auto insurance gives you real peace of mind. With AAA, switching today means you could save up to 21% on your auto insurance. AAA offers dependable protection, personalized coverage options, and customer service that's always there for you. And when you bundle policies or insure multiple vehicles, you can save even more. Visit AAA.com. That's AAA.com.
Men, the new year is here, and if you're like many of us, you're ready to improve your health. But if you're feeling low energy, not sleeping well, or not seeing results in the gym, keeping that resolution can be tough. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if those symptoms sound familiar, we can likely help. They often point to low testosterone, and treating low T is what we do. But this year, we're also helping men go further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring growth hormone peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more, designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. With our low T treatments combined with our body composition programs, most men notice real improvements. More energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive as well. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Missouri, get ready. Circus Sports is giving you the chance to win owner Derek Stevens' wallet. From February 3rd to March 15th, you can take home your share of $250,000 in cash. Simply wager $100 and earn 1 share, wager $1,000 to earn 2 shares, wager $5,000 for a 3rd share. Bet on anything from pro sports to college, straight bets to futures. Don't miss your chance to cash in and take home your share of Derek's wallet. Visit circusports.com for details. Must be 21 and older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast!
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Drewski.
Let's do a triangle formation. I'm in front.
With a center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
You got it at T-Mobile.
But switching takes forever.
Not anymore. Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Focus, people. Nail your pose.
And you get a new iPhone 17 on them.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Yes way, guys. Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
I'm grabbing my phone and switching to T-Mobile right now.
Get back, Harvey. We're taking a... let's go again, y'all.
With 24 monthly bill credits, finance agreement, 256 gigabytes, $830, eligible trade-in, example iPhone 13, and new qualifying line, $60 plus per month plan with autopay plus taxes and fees. For well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. $800 via virtual prepaid card. Card typically takes 15 days after rebate submission, no cash access, and card expires in 6 months. Check out in 15 minutes per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi? And get this. What if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee.
Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most.
That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included.
Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi.
Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that.
Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber, connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
East side 70 westbound starting to slow from 31st Street in past Jackson Avenue with construction in the left lane. Kansas side 435 southbound a bit sluggish approaching Midland with roadwork there. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Oh, we got a rumor, a juicy rumor to get out there right now. The NFL league year, baby. Tua got released. I'm sure nobody's surprised about that. The key is, though, by cutting Tua, this is how much they hate Tua or couldn't get anybody to take him. Miami will take on a record $99 million in dead cap split over the next 2 years. I hope that new coach down there got reassurances of what's going on in Miami for the next couple of years, and he doesn't have to sit there and worry about the possibility of being fired because now you've got the Russell Wilson deal. And I bet, guys, and I'm just hypothesizing this right now, I bet we see more teams do that because they saw the way that the Denver Broncos did just fine by cutting Russell Wilson and not having a load on your roster, bringing down your entire organization and worrying about the money. The Denver Broncos have proven you can get rid of these guys and move on and not have to worry about the dough. And now maybe other teams are going to start doing that because now here's another significant cutting of a player that's going to leave a lot of salary cap money out there. But they know that in order to move forward as an organization, you got to get rid of some of this dead weight that's out there right now.
Mm-hmm. You have to look at the situation as well because I feel like that was also like Sean Payton's like, I don't care how much money we owe this guy, get him off my team. Because they clearly do not like each other after what we heard Russell Wilson bark back. Hey, don't forget, for the month of March, Heartland Men's Health has a special offer for local first responders and military families. If you are a local first responder or a military family, go to heartlandmenshealth.com for more information, more details at your consultation. I can't speak. I don't know what's going on here. At your consultation. I can't speak. Consultation. I don't know why I'm having a problem here. I apologize for that. Available at all 3 locations, Overland Park, North Kansas City, and Independence. Heartland Men's Health is honored to serve those who serve all of us. Great building, very clean, very open, very bright, very nice people.
Awesome place. It really is, yeah. They do a great job over there. So go see them today, get that free consultation. And I'll tell you, you're probably all choked up because you're thinking $99 million. They're just throwing that money away. I mean, it's fake money, obviously. You don't owe Tua that money. It's on your salary cap. I've never seen a general manager put a letter on X like the Dolphins did. We have informed Tua and his representation that we're moving in a different direction. They just put it out there. Come from the horse's mouth, and it makes a lot of sense with the league year beginning today, or I guess Wednesday technically, but the legal tampering all beginning today. You got basically 48 hours to get your roster in order before the actual numbers take place on Wednesday around 3:00.
And Tua will go start somewhere.
Where do you think he's going to end up, Mac?
Jets.
Yeah, I mean, whoever needs a quarterback, someone will pay Tua Tagovailoa $1 million to be a starting quarterback because that's what it's going to be.
That's all it is. Is he league minimum of $1 million right now?
I mean, yeah, he's getting paid, but I mean, it's going to be like the Broncos and Russell Wilson. When he leaves, he went and made nothing to go play for the Giants.
Okay, here we go. Tua is guaranteed $54 million this year from the Dolphins.
Yeah.
The team that signs him could get him for the vet minimum of $1.3 million. Yeah.
There you go.
But I don't know if that's the right move for the Jets to go get Tua. I don't know if that's the right move for the I don't know who he's the right move for. Arizona? I mean, you could go to Arizona and not have to worry about, doing anything and kind of playing in anonymity. Like, I don't think New York is, especially the Jets. I don't know that that's a good move for Tua.
I'm trying to think about who else needs a quarterback.
Well, Cleveland needs a quarterback.
Well, Arizona
needs a quarterback. Pittsburgh needs a quarterback, guys.
Cleveland's not getting a quarterback. They don't think they need a quarterback.
Who do they have?
They're starting Deshaun Watson, and then Shedeur Sanders is going to play after him.
It's time. They've had plenty of consultation with Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Okay, great. But you know what I hate the most about
kids?
You know the most I hate about free agency is it reminds me back in the day when you used to walk by Sam Goody and go in there and be like, look at all this stuff I'm not going to be able to buy
That's
ever.
right, yeah.
So it's like you watch free agency and look at all these names. Like, is there one out there that's like that item in the store that you're like, I want that, but you're not going to be able to get it?
Yeah, Mike Evans. Yeah, that's for me. That's the guy
That's
that
the
I
one you
covet
covet the most?
Yeah, I do. Mike Evans is that guy for me. Has been for a generation that he's been playing in the NFL. Once I saw his story on draft night, I've been a huge fan ever since, and I think he'd be such a great fit here in Kansas City. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wide receiver. I covet Mike Evans, man. I love that guy.
Well, your neighbor has a for sale sign on that wide receiver.
I know,
so
right?
It's out there.
That could happen.
It's available, yeah, right? Yeah, but I'm sure somebody's going to overpay,
Mac, you got one that you're...
Yeah, I would go wide receiver as well. I'll go Alec Pierce because I think he is great, but the money that he's going to make is way too much. I mean,
is he
he's
like the equivalent of Kenny Walker at wide receiver with the money and the player skill set?
Yeah.
To you, at least.
Yeah, he's like that. Yeah, like Kenneth Walker, really good player, going to get paid like a great player. Alec Pierce, really good player, going to get paid like an elite wide receiver almost. And it's like, whoa! But he's 6'2", runs a 4.4, one of the best deep ball players, can catch intermediate passes. Like, I think Alec Pierce is awesome, and he would work really well with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes.
So let me ask you guys this. Let's take those two guys just for argument's sake and rewind a year. If they were free agents last year, would they be two of the most hyped free agents on the market right now today? Maybe Alec Pierce would be talked about, but I don't know that Kenneth Walker would be talked about like he's being talked about now, right? So sometimes I do that. I go back a year prior and go, would this be one of the most coveted players, or are we talking about guys that had the contract year that we always talk about in sports too? So that's how I kind of look at free agency. I'm like, if this guy's been a consistent player over these years, that's one thing. But all of a sudden, a guy came out of nowhere, had a great year, and now is all of a sudden the coveted free agent. You wouldn't have been saying that a year ago about both of those guys. I probably don't think, right?
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, I totally think I agree with that. Out of one that I covet, is Jeremiah Love a free agent that I can cover?
No. I'll go Caleb Downs on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Too,
Right. So, you talk about, what you want, because I'm sure you guys do this as, deep dive couples. Like, what do we want, but what do we need?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you do this probably at the store, right? Like, man, I really want that, filet mignon, but what do we need? Well, we need this first before we can
Eye
think
of
about...
round is what you're getting.
Yeah, so I think what the Chiefs need is that good, solid, locked up wide receiver. That's what I think the Chiefs need, because I think they need to give Patrick Mahomes something that he can trust. I think that he eventually will get to this offensive line that will finally be set in stone, and maybe he can start to really trust that. He did that, plus you get a wide receiver that's a veteran that you can have, that's not going to give you off-the-field issues. It's not going to have issues with running routes. It's going to listen to the offensive system and do things that he's going to be able to put into this offense that helps Patrick Mahomes also help him as well. So I think the biggest free agency need for the Chiefs is a wide receiver.
Yeah, I think they'll probably end up getting that wide receiver. Who that is, I don't know. For me, I still think the biggest need, though, the more I read about Kenneth Gainwell, I feel like he's the perfect fit here in Kansas City. And I'm not saying that because I believe he's the perfect fit here in Kansas City. I look at and see what Andy likes, and that's why I believe he's the perfect fit.
Need, but not the need.
Right, exactly. Somebody you can, bring in. Like, again, I don't think people should have the expectation for the biggest names in free agency coming here. I think it's still going to be that second-tier grouping of gentlemen that could potentially be on this roster. So that's why I think Kenneth Gainwell is a good fit. He can block. He's Jerick McKinnon. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. A guy in free agency, because I still think if you if you sign Kenneth Gainwell, you're still wide open to take Jeremiah Love at number 9.
Yeah.
That's still in play
totally
at that point in time. So maybe, and again, this is just conversation, maybe they don't sign somebody that isn't, what am I trying to say? I think they want to have certain positions locked up before the draft. If they sign Kenneth Gainwell, that doesn't change the running back position for me much.
No,
it makes it a little bit better, but it's still a need.
It's still a big
think
need.
going into the draft, right?
Yeah, because the need they could also need is like a guy like Algier. 100%. That's a need they need.
Now, if you sign Algier and Kenneth Gainwell, then I don't need a running back in the draft.
Exactly. Then I'm good.
A first-round running back. I can go Caleb Downs at number 9 or to another position at number 9. You get those two guys, that takes care of not needing a running back, I think.
Where I go to the covet side, which I know is not a free agent, but mine would be Justin Jefferson. Like that's the
just a guy.
That's
no,
the,
I get it.
You know what I mean? Like that's the kid looking at the new game system, and the dad's in the background, like, oh, maybe Santa. You know, like oh, okay,
right.
So we're not getting that today or in the next month or two. We got to wait until it's, March. I got to wait till Christmas to get this thing.
Are you old enough to remember the layaway days, where you would go to Kmart and start making payments in August and then get your gift by the time December rolls around? That's kind of like where I think they are with Justin Jefferson. You got to make the call. You got to see about it. Hey, maybe we start talking about layaway a little bit. We start, what would it take to get him next year? And you start accumulating maybe the draft picks necessary to make a move, to trade for Justin Jefferson or something like that, maybe at the trade deadline. Like, I think that's what this period for Justin Jefferson may be for a lot of folks. But again, what is Minnesota doing at quarterback, right?
No one knows. Yeah. Kirk Cousins.
That'd probably be the only
Derek
way.
Carr?
That's like the only way I think you get Justin Jefferson to stick around is if you brought Kirk Cousins back or somebody that he told you that he would play with.
That's exactly right. Like, I think right now Minnesota's in a tough spot, man. They got that 9, and he's like a 0.
I think Justin Jefferson's at least pissed right now.
Oh, yeah.
At the Vikings.
Oh, God, yes.
For sure.
Yeah,
he's looking at Sam Darnold. He's looking at even Daniel Jones and going like, guys, we could have had either of these. Really?
Well, they did transition Daniel Jones at $50 million a year for DJ, man. My God.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting when you think about all these things that could happen, that might happen, that maybe never will happen. Like I think of Justin Jefferson as like the gift that I'm like, I'm not going to get that, but hey, it's cool that my friends have it, so I can go at least see it. It's like cool that Minnesota's got that.
Yeah,
so.
but what's like when you look at what's going on? Who's the most intriguing situation? Not us. Take us out of the mix. What do you think is the most intriguing situation right now in free agency? Could be a player. Could be a team, could be a conference. Like, I think Minnesota really is very intriguing right now because you don't know who's playing quarterback up there.
I think it's the Raiders after their weekend.
Good weekend for the Raiders, yeah. What are they going to do, right?
Yeah, that's a good one.
What if you're the Raiders? Here's an idea for the Raiders. Sign Derek Carr. And then don't take
black and silver.
I mean, I just don't think Mendoza's the guy, but let him do it. Let him do it. Let him do it. Let him do it.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it.
They told us they're doing it by letting Max Crosby walk. They're rebranding their team, and they're starting with Mendoza.
And it's a smart move for the Raiders, man.
To restart? To draft a quarterback?
Yeah. No. I mean, to trade Crosby and to kind of blow up your franchise.
Yeah.
Because you're not winning with Max Crosby. Everybody goes, oh, we can't. You were 4-12 or whatever it was last year. Like, you're not winning games. You get the number 1 pick, for God's sakes, and you had Max Crosby on your roster. You need a lot more than just Max Crosby. So good move by the Raiders.
One word.
First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No.
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3.
Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin. Well, we'll stay in free agency before we get to a lot of other busy stuff around sports, including college basketball. This is from Tom Pelissero. A subtle but significant change when the NFL's free agent negotiating window opens Monday. For the first time, clubs may conduct one video or phone call, maximum of an hour, with up to 5 free agents, rather than communicating strictly through their agents in past years. So this is opening more communication for the players and to actually speak to the teams they may play for. One word.
Poop show, because here's what's going to happen. Teams are going to say something to the player. The agent's not going to get the full story. There's going to be fighting. You didn't tell my client this. You told my client that. Oh, it's got fireworks written all over it. Rosenhaus could be yelling at somebody. I can't wait to see what happens for this.
Yeah, my one word would be electric. Videos, one call. Boy, you better nail it. Better put your best negotiator on the phone. You know? I mean, look, revolutionary, right? This is new.
Brand new.
This is different.
Yep.
This is fun.
I like it. I think it's going to be great, especially the agents are going to be so mad. You can't talk to my client. Actually, we can.
Imagine how that
They do have to be
consultation
present
will go.
on the call.
The agent does?
Yep. Oh, yeah, they got to be there.
Well, come on.
I mean, yeah, come on. Darren Peterson, he said, he could maybe run it back.
Last time I'm probably going to do this episode, so I love Kansas. I love everything about being here.
One
And my
more
team.
year. One more year.
Maybe one more year. I might run it back.
One more year.
No. You're not welcome. Please, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. No, we're not running it back. Go do you. Played a great game on Saturday against whatever the Wildcats are running out there right now.
Never heard of him.
But you got to go to the NBA, man. You're way more advanced in college basketball.
Yeah, it's cheeky, right? It's funny. It's like the Debanza thing. Like, I don't know, I might not be done playing. Come on. Like, watching those guys effortlessly play through the college competition is quite fun to watch. And it was fun that Darren Peterson was on the court the longest on the last home game in Kansas.
Yeah, I did like that.
Yeah, that was Bill.
Yeah.
Bill.
Oh, yeah. Last got to come on the court.
Okay.
But you mentioned in BYU star AJ DeBanza had similar words about coming back.
Just because every fan across the world at BYU is wanting me to ask a follow-up question here, as you consider this game and this crowd and how special it was for you tonight, that it might be your final game here. How does that weigh into your future?
I mean, it might not be. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And then the laugh.
And then the laugh. Yeah, he did a look at the camera in between and the silence. It was pretty funny. Seems like he's got some character to him, which I like.
Yeah, I do like that. Fun. Yeah, that's fun. The BYU situation is different, obviously, than Kansas. They've never been really good at basketball. They're coming onto the scene. They got their first young guy that's making big-time bucks. I'd be out there making sure I did everything in my power to maybe sway him a little bit. Obviously, the money's not going to be where it needs to be, but we already have guys staying in college a little bit longer in the NFL. That's why next year's draft is better than this year's draft. I'm ready for that first college player in basketball that just plays 4 years at college and then becomes a bank president when he's done or something like that. Peace out, man. I made $10 million playing here, and now I'm going to go be a local, bank owner in the community or something like that. Because that is going to happen, guys. We are going to see something like that soon.
Yeah, my one word is just draft. You're going to be a draft. It's cute, but we know.
We know what's happening.
Yeah.
We think we know what's happening with this, too. One word on these Travis Kelce rumors that surfaced yesterday, that he's going to at least explore his options. Diana Rossini, others did say it's going to be with the Chiefs more than likely, though. One word.
Media. And that's the word I got from talking to people close to the Travis situation yesterday, was that it's media speculation. That's all that this is. Travis will be back in Kansas City.
Yeah. Done. Or bored would be my
bored. World Baseball Classic sign. Free agent doesn't really start till noon tomorrow. I'm kind of bored. Let me roll this one out. Yeah.
How about golf? Akshay Bhatia winning the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Bhatia.
With authority, Akshay catches Berger and gets him on the first playoff hole to win Arnie's tournament.
Heard it. It went down to a playoff. Berger was up. The whole tournament, and it came down, and he lost. He had 2-stroke lead, I think, on Sunday. Bhatia comes back, and Yep, wins it. One word.
Cheese, because if my last name was Burger, I'd name my kid Cheese.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Idiot, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Akshay Bhatia, that's momentum, man. You're hitting the stretch. We talk about that in the restaurant world. Mother's Day is the big major, and then it's Easter, and then it's Father's Day, and then it's 4th of July, and then it's, Memorial Day or Labor Day, whichever one. I always forget. But yeah, this is huge for him. He's probably 135 pounds soaking wet and hits the absolute piss out of the golf ball. Good for Akshay Bhatia. He's fun. He's energetic. He's interesting to watch. He's got that sort of personality where like he'll, hit a horrible shot, but he can shape a shot better than maybe anybody other than Scotty Scheffler on that course.
And then finally, how about one word? Jason Tatum returned from just under 10 months being back from an Achilles tear and played really well. Started the game, played over 20 minutes, 15 points, 6 for 16, was 3 for 8 from 3. Then played again last night and had over 20 points. One word on Jason Tatum.
So he went over his 13.5.
He did. Yes, he did.
Did you hit it?
I did. I went 3 for 4 in my parlay. Classic missed the last one.
Classic Mac.
Yeah. Peyton Pritchard part of that parlay?
I don't care about any of those numbers that you said because the one word is impressive. I'm still just impressed, stunned, wowed that this cat's playing already, man. It's amazing. It really is. That's something cool.
Yeah, I think my one word steals maybe from Mac later, but I'll say it's brioche.
Absolutely brioche. Yes, so good, dude. And more impressive than I thought it would even be. He's looked so good.
And he came back, the next game and played last night against Cleveland.
Played last night, won against Cleveland. He was a big part of it. Yep, and they'll play on primetime in Peacock Tuesday basketball against the Spurs.
Celtics Thunder NBA Finals.
Could be. Absolutely. Would be the favorite matchup right now. Yes.
Is that an intriguing matchup?
I think so.
Boston's in it.
So it brings the TV viewer.
The Thunder are kind of becoming villains a little bit. They won last year. I mean, they're really good again. I don't know. People are starting to kind of get a little bored with them.
And if they wanted, that'd be Missoula's second, be Tatum's second, be Brown's second, be Brad Stevens' second. And we'd be looking at the Celtics as like, here we go. I know that I'm hard.
Well, who's going to win that one, though? Boston or Oklahoma City?
Thunder would be good favorites, but it'd be a great matchup.
Could go 7, and that's what
Absolutely,
we want.
Yep. Give me 7.
That's all you want is 7, man.
No doubt about it. That is one word with Mac Morey. It's Bob Fescoe and Dusty Like. It's
got
coming
a
up
close
next.
One here.
Yeah, we got some interesting stats that we heard earlier from Gene Watson about this Korea and Australia game, and we also got some interesting stuff from Tarek Skubal. It didn't take much to get him a shot of adrenaline in the arm. And that left arm. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Fescoe and Dusty.
Every Hardee's is closed.
Well, that's done. Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Golden Oak Lending have cured our blues over the last 10 years. And I'll tell you, if you don't have that free mortgage checkup on your agenda for this week, I want you to put taking a free mortgage checkup from Golden Oak Lending on your agenda for this week. Got spring break coming up next week, and then all of a sudden it's April, and you're thinking to yourself, man, I'd love to go 2 months without having to make a mortgage payment because April and May are busy and expensive for everybody. How would you like to not make a mortgage payment until after those months are up? Well, you can do that with my friends over at Golden Oak Lending because the average cash out customer not only saves $1,104 per month, but when you refinance, you go 2 months without having to make a mortgage payment, so you get a break from having to write those checks for the next 60 days. But like I said, it all starts with that free mortgage checkup. You can check them out at goldenoaklending.com, or better yet, call and have a conversation. There's no risk, no paperwork, no credit card at all. It's just a conversation. 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD. And let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Hey guys, it's Cody Tapp, and Synergen X and Load C Center have been highlighted for having the highest quality testosterone on the market. They only use pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, and that means never compounded and individualized for you. So look, maybe you didn't get the New Year's resolution that you wanted, and you're trying to get back on track. All of those things are possible because over at Synergen X and Low T Center, they're extending their promos into February, which means you can book a free testosterone test at Synergen X and Low T Center with no risks, no commitments, just answers. Pick up discounted peptides and GLP-1s while you're there. These clinics have been the highest quality testosterone covered by insurance and tailored to your body, so you know that it's effective. Don't wait any longer. Don't wait longer into the year and get back to the regular you. that same workout, that same sex drive, and go to Synergen X and Low T Center. Go to synergenx.com or lowtcenter.com and book your free T-test today.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up.
I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid to know.
Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. If you have breast, head and neck, or brain cancer, proton therapy may be a better treatment than conventional radiation. Don't wait. Get your second opinion at Kansas City Proton Institute. Come see Kansas City's largest, most experienced, and most advanced proton therapy team. Learn more at kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Missouri side 70 westbound, heavy from Lee's Summit Road out to Noland, and then gets heavy again from Manchester Traffic Way past 31st, getting into a construction zone with the left lane blocked. Kansas side K10 eastbound gets heavy before Kill Creek Road, stays heavy for about a mile and a half out to an accident with the lane blocked. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
We told you the news earlier that Trent McDuffie and the Rams got to a 4-year deal worth $124 million, $100 million guaranteed. Max guy, the cornerback from the Jags, Monteric Buster Brown, is staying in Jacksonville, according to Jeremy Fowler of ESPN. $33 million deal.
I had him on our list. I mean, I can cross him off.
The 2022 7th-round pick would have had a strong market in free agency, but that's not what Jacksonville decided to let happen.
Yeah.
As they keep one of their own.
Congratulations.
That's right. 7th-round pick. Good for him, man.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
That is awesome. It really is. 7th-round pick to a $33 million contract.
Life-changing.
That's awesome,
Way
man.
to go.
Congratulations, dude. Like, that's going into your job
Yes.
and embracing it and taking it to the next level.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
That's really cool. You root for guys like that. Also, we root for our first responders all the time, right? These guys and gals are awesome. But at Heartland Men's Health this month in March, they're giving a special offer for all first responders and military families. Get in there right now to Heartland Men's Men's Health, because if you're a local first responder or military family, you can go to heartlandmenshealth.com for more information, more details for a consultation, and they're going to take care of you guys all month long at one of their 3 locations at Heartland Men's Health. So if you're looking to get that, testosterone up, maybe you're dealing with ED, maybe you're looking to lose some weight, Heartland Men's Health can help everybody. OP, North Kansas City, Independence. Heartland Men's Health is honored to serve those who serve all of us. So check them out at heartlandmenshealth.com.
You look at the World Baseball Classic tonight as Team Mexico will play Team USA. Paul Skeens on the mound tonight as he takes the slab. Tarek Skubal was the story a little bit going into this World Baseball Classic because he is told, as he told the team and everybody there, and Detroit as well, I'll throw 55 pitches, I'll pitch against Great Britain, and then I'll get my rear end right back to spring training. Well, Kyle Schwarber hit a ball into the stratosphere, and Tarek Skubal then was like, I think I kind of want to stick around and play some more baseball for Team USA, which I'm not mad at him for having that realization because that's what it does, right? Like, that's what this whole tournament has been for every country. I mean, you watch Japan play and it's insane. You watch the Dominican Republic play, it's great. Venezuela, the same thing. Team USA as well. They won their first game, 15-5 against Brazil, wiped them off the the diamond. And then it's Great Britain where you're like, okay, this is our easiest matchup. And the first pitch Tarek Skubal pitches, goes over the fence, and you're like, USA's down 1-0, by the way. We're like, what? And like Mack had said, nobody worried in Vegas because they were still like minus 4,000 to win that game, down 1-0. They would end up, obviously come back as Gunnar Henderson would have a big RBI double. His slide would make you want to wrap yourself in the flag the way he just kind of went full head first, slide to second, which is great to see them taking advantage of the one game that he should play and only play if he even had to play a game. But tonight, man, tonight's where it's at, and I think everybody will understand Tarek Skubal, because I'm sure there were a bunch of people like, no, man, you already said, you want to go back to spring training, you might come back if they get in the gold game, and now you want to come back. Yeah, that's the way it works. And tonight on Fox at 7:00, it's the man. It's Paul Skeens going up against Team Mexico, who's gotten the better half of the United States the last couple of times. So this game will be – I'm excited to see what the views are ratings-wise. I think this will tell at least the United States market what it means to them, this World Baseball Classic, because obviously they play in the championship game. That number will be egregious. But, this is a game where it's this is pool play. It's – this game, and then you play Italy next, and Italy's fun. Italy has the espresso machine in the dugout as well. That's got to be piping hot when it comes out. When you take
I don't know that I want espresso. I that doesn't interest me at all. Now maybe if I could do an ice cold Americano or an ice cold latte or a cafe latte or something like that, fine. I don't need a hot piping cup of espresso.
It was like,
I mean, you're burning your face on that too.
But again, tonight is a big one. Tonight is the first one that really matters. You've had your two, kind of what you'd call play-in games. You played Brazil, they're not good. You played Great Britain, obviously they're not good. And now it's Mexico versus United States, and it's going to be electric.
It is. And we were talking with Gene Watson, who's the lead scout for Team USA in the 7:00 hour, I guess about an hour ago. And he said it's going to be 70% Team Mexico fans at that game tonight down in Houston. And that does not surprise me, right? It does not shock me at all. I feel like other countries embrace their national teams more than we ever embrace our national team in any sport. That's because we have all these big league clubs that no other country really truly has, right? Every city has 4 or 5 different professional teams that they root for now. So it's hard to get wrapped up in your national team like some of these other countries do. But I think it's going to be awesome tonight to see that stadium down in Houston just, bursting at the seams. Everybody's going to be having fun in the crowd. It's going to be a rowdy atmosphere, which I love. And then Paul Skeens is going to be out there on the mound, throwing BBs, trying to shut down, Team Mexico. I also love the Tarek Skubal thing. I was home. My family went to St. Louis this weekend to see Zach Bryan concert. And
Must be nice.
It was great. I sat there in peace all weekend long. It couldn't have been any better, right? And so I watched the game on Saturday night, I guess it was, and Skubal's in the dugout getting interviewed, and you could tell right then and there the bug got him, right? Oh man, I made a mistake. So you're coming back. Well, he's coming back. I got to talk to my mommy, Scott Boras, to find out if I'm allowed back. But it sure as hell seems like he wants to be back. He wants to be part of what's going on. And I'm glad he got bitten by that bug and was able to see how special this really is. You're playing for your country, regardless of what Bryce Harper says. This is the biggest international stage in baseball. And you have an opportunity to go out there and pitch for your country. And then after he got off the air, whoever was broadcasting the game, whether it was, I don't remember who it was, one of the color analysts is like, no, it lines up just, I think it was Wainwright. It was Wainwright's like, it lines up just fine. He'll be back. He can come back here and pitch. It's not going to get in the way of opening day and all this kind of nonsense that they're putting up barriers, as baseball tends to do at times. And so Scuba will be back, Dusty, and he will be pitching again for Team USA, at least in my opinion. That's what I gathered from that interview on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, he's staying. I think he's, like we had talked earlier, he's got the clout. He'll tell his agents, like, well, you wanted to come back because you wanted to protect your wealth. Okay, if you want to go out there and do it, your call.
Yeah.
Like, this is originally your call. This is now your call. You're there. To give some theater of the mind, the Koreans are playing the Australians. It is 6-2 in the top of the ninth. Significance why? Because
doesn't Korea need another run here, though?
They need another run, and if Australia gets one more run, they would get in even if they lose because of pool play ruling, which would be kind of interesting to see how this would go, because then immediately it would be like, so you mean to tell me you can win your game and it doesn't mean anything? We got to change these rules.
No, I kind of like this, though, because it is intriguing. So
this is like the World Cup?
Yeah, exactly, and I kind of like the aggregate scoring thing.
Well, if that's the case, then they need to stop having the spread rules.
Yeah.
Like if runs matter, then you can't put a cap on it. But then again, if you're like, well, if you're up 15 to nothing after 3 innings, we don't really need to. Yeah. You're already got 15 on your side. Not a lot of teams are probably going to score that many runs. But
so right now it's 6-2. Korea needs to win by 5 or more, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Australia, if they score 3, then they automatically advance, no matter if Korea wins and how much they win by.
Correct.
Okay, that's cool.
And we're in the top of the ninth with the man on first with no outs for Korea. So.
And they're up 4.
Correct.
Oh, man. You talk about nut-cutting time right now for Korea. My goodness.
I guess we can go to break and come back with this, because that cornerback for the Jags, they got that money. Does that mean that's what Jalen Watson, is going to probably get?
Watson, yes!
Are we looking at $33 million for Jalen?
Good. Yeah, absolutely.
And are you okay paying that? But before you answer that question, we'll answer on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
This is voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for K-State Athletics, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're going to raise your hand right now, you're not telling the truth, right? Nobody wants to feel older faster than we should. But sometimes, hey, that happens. You get a sports injury. You hurt yourself doing everyday activities, right? You get pain. It makes you feel older. But here's the good news. QC Kinetics patients are getting relief, feeling younger, jumping back into life full speed, and it didn't happen in an operating room. QC Kinetics medical professionals use the latest regenerative treatments backed by real science, treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body and concentrate them right where you need relief. That's how folks are getting better, by using QC Kinetics. It is all real, natural, and you can get it done sooner than you think. The sooner you start treatment, the sooner inflammation eases, and the sooner joint damage slows down. No one wants to feel older. Go see my friends at QC Kinetics for that free consultation. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299.
Is your garage door too loud and whining for help? Overhead Door Company of Kansas City will make it all better. They will perform their full 26-task garage door tune-up for just $79. That's just $79 for up to 3 garage doors and openers. You need this done once a year, so why not now? And for just $79. Call Overhead Door Company of Kansas City at 816-221-0072 or schedule online at overheaddoorkc.com.
Hi, I'm Carter. And I'm Charlie. We'd like to share a quick story about a homeowner named Jack. Jack had a home he needed to sell fast.
And Jack thought he had it all figured out.
So Jack talked to multiple cash buyers.
Jack chose the highest offer.
But the day before closing, guess what? The buyer backed out,
leaving Jack with the moving truck all packed in the driveway and not sure what to do.
Jack learned the hard way that the highest offer isn't always the right offer.
Jack got suckered.
Make sure you aren't hung out to dry.
Call our dad at Rex Buys KC.
Our dad is local, he knows Kansas City, and he actually closes deals.
No repairs, no fees, no showings, no surprises.
Just a fair cash offer and a smooth process.
Now, don't be like Jack.
Call 816-330-6000 or visit rexbuyskc.com.
Rex Buys KC, helping people make smart choices one home at a time.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. 'Cause 30 told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. I'll always trust an Emu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Rock Weather is brought to you by Metal by the Foot, your metal project superstore.
At Metal by the Foot, we pride ourselves on delivering the highest quality metal to meet your exact needs. Located in Casey and Topeka, online at metalbythefoot.com. When you need a piece of metal, remember, metal doesn't have to cost an arm or a leg, just the foot.
Today is Heartland Men's Health Day on 96.5 The Fan. 3 locations: Overland Park, North Kansas City, and Independence. For more information, go to heartlandmenshealth.com. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by DM Injury Law. East side 70 westbound gets heavy past 435, stays slow out past 31st Street with construction taking away the left lane. Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law. How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results. Mike's got this. 816-888-7500. Mike's got this. The choice of lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Burns Season Preview Show is Thursday, March 12th, starting at 6 o'clock, right here on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey, I don't know how many people out there in Houston are listening to the show, but also out there in sections 106, 219, and 411. Apple pie, pot stickers, and a mini helmet.
Somewhere Gene's writing those names down, and he's heading there himself today.
It is
right?
Bluebell ice cream topped with apple pie, pot stickers, and caramel drizzle.
Oh, God, that sounds good.
Yeah, dude, these little, little pockets of love, dude, over a thing of ice cream. Yeah. Sign me
and
up.
Are they served, I'm assuming, warm, right? Just perfect.
Sure.
Just so
sounds
good.
incredible.
Had the gooey butter cake concrete at Andy's twice
same.
now.
Twice.
It's been out 4 days.
It came out March 4th. We got it for the second time yesterday.
It's that good, though.
It is that good. Yeah. Can your mom make some gooey butter cake?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Why haven't I thought of that?
Yeah. So, Andy, shout out to them. Get
Seriously.
yourself one of those gooey butter cake concretes. Mac, you had yours too?
Oh, yeah.
Did you get it?
Of
Because
course.
Dusty sent it to us. We're like, going.
Literally.
And Mac and I legitimately went, and Dusty's like, I didn't go yet. We're like, you said you were going. I've gone twice now. Got a sugar high going on, man. They were good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. I can do it with or without the caramel drizzle.
Well, so, okay. Let me ask you about that.
I knew you were going to. Yep.
Oh, do you? I want to apologize for this. My wife called him the other day. It was like, there's no reason to call Mac. She called, we're going to get the gooey. I don't know what. I guess she was thinking of your mom with the gooey butter cake.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh.
I was honored.
Yeah. And so she has this conversation with Mac, and I'm listening to this conversation, Dusty. And I'm like, and so I text Mac, I am so sorry.
Literally, I get off the phone. And Bob's like, I'm sorry she called you.
Because it was all about the caramel. Sarah, who's the marketing lady for Andy's,
yep.
Her daughter cheers with my daughter. They go to school together. She's like, you can get it with the caramel, but it's very sweet with it. Get it without. But I didn't get it with that. I wanted it like it was.
I wanted it like it was first. Yeah, and maybe next time. I don't know, dude. It was still really good.
It was awesome. Yeah, no, I'm not changing a thing on that.
I don't know if I could ever have too much caramel.
That's what I'm saying,
Like,
man. It was great.
The drumstick, that's the best part. Like, I'll make eye contact with you while I'm pouring that thing out, man. Like, I'm dead serious, dude. Like, The Ghirardellis with the caramel inside.
In the middle, yeah.
God, when
those
you were
squares.
a kid, everybody
yeah.
sold the candy bars. It was like, how many caramel you got left?
Yeah.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that I'm hard.
Yeah.
Here's $2. Here's $2 for you.
Yeah, those are always good. So get yourself that.
Yes.
Get it.
Worth it.
It's worth every calorie and penny and everything.
Yes.
See, we share it, though, the 4 of us. We get a little.
Oh, wow,
London,
good for you.
We share it. Because if we
Not
didn't,
me.
I mean,
No,
nah,
Max like
forget
that
about
dog that gets a milk bone. It's like,
it. Do you get the large or do you get the
It's
small?
the regular, but
You get the small one?
Yeah, I think it's regular, maybe not small. I think it's
Okay, I always go for the small because back in my day, it was always the extra large one, and I wondered why I was 300 pounds. And I finished those concretes like it was nobody. I could probably still do it today. The fat guy never leaves.
Of course, yes.
He's
Just
always
suppressed.
there.
he's the devil on the shoulder.
Get
Get the large. No, get the small,
Yeah.
fatty. Don't listen to him. He doesn't know.
That guy's an idiot, man.
Yeah.
But no, we kind of talked about earlier when we were going to break about the Jacksonville Jaguars and what they did with their 7th round pick at cornerback. And obviously the Chiefs over last week trading Trent McDuffie to the Rams. But Montarik Buster Brown staying in Jacksonville on a 3-year, $33 million deal.
Nice.
That's $11 million a year for a 7th round draft pick
That's
a few
awesome.
years ago. That's cool.
Is
Good
that
for
what
him.
you're giving Jalen Watson?
I think he's probably making more.
Okay.
I think he's probably closer to 15.
Jalen is, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like 3 for 50 with like 40 or 30 something guaranteed. Obviously bonuses and all those things maybe make up to a little over 15.
Because he is a free agent.
Yep.
Is he part of one of those like little needs that at the end of the free agency and draft it ends up being the full, like you look at the full picture, like because like we talk about like the Royals and the Chiefs parallel, right? Is this essentially like the maybe giving him the Michael Garcia comparisons too much? But is this kind of like, and Lugo's age is different, but like that little like deal that when you think about the Royals offseason, like, they didn't really do anything. It's like, well, they extended Michael Garcia. They avoided arbitration with Vinny Pasquantino.
Yeah. Okay, let's go
like
the
stuff
Vinny
like
route.
that,
Yeah,
where you're like,
yeah.
well, the Royals didn't really do anything in free agency or signing days or all that sort of stuff. It's like, well, they locked up Vinny for a couple more years. They gave Salvador Perez a 2-year extension. They gave Lugo the extension in the season. They signed Michael Garcia in the offseason. But you think about it, you're like, well, that's first, third, starting pitcher. All these things that happen. You look at this Jalen Watson deal, and you're like, well, that's not Mike Evans or it's not Algier. But like you go back and look, it's like, well, I'm glad we got a really good corner for a good little 2-3 year deal.
Nobody gets excited about it re-signing your own, do they? Like, do something. Well, like Dusty said, we re-signed the third baseman. We got the first baseman taken care of. We signed the pitcher. We did da-da-da-da. You never get credit for doing your own guys, right? You only get credit for going out there. Yes, cut the tape. You only get credit for bringing somebody different in when somebody different may not be better than the guy that you have here. Like, if you sign Jalen Watson, then that means you don't have to address that need. That means you don't have to draft that need.
Yes!
That means you don't have to go out and find somebody
you
else.
can still draft that need, but it doesn't have to be in the first 5 rounds.
Right, exactly. You can find another guy like that. But, their MO will tell you that they don't normally sign those cornerbacks. And again, the expectation for me is not much right now with what's going on with the Chiefs. Nickel and dime type stuff. We got ourselves a barn burner going on, man. This is intense.
75, Mac, if you want to watch it.
This is absolutely intense. So what we got going on right now, if Australia scores one more run, they move on, even though they're losing 7-2 because of the aggregate scoring system. They've got 1 on and 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. If they push a run across, Australia moves on to the next round, even if Korea wins this game.
And there's not a person sitting. Everyone is on the edge of the dugout. No hats are on ball 1.
This is. I don't know about you, and I'm not going to speak for you. I feel the butterflies right now in my stomach watching this game, and it does not involve the United States. And it's 8:00 in the morning, and I'm sitting here on the edge of my seat going, oh, my God, we may see something that we have not seen kind of before, I would imagine, in baseball.
Every Korean fan has their flag over their face, can't watch. Every player's arms are crossed. Praying hands are up right now on this guy. 1-0 count, man at first, and a foul ball.
Okay. Oh, man. Woo.
And they'll do it again for Korea, who's up 7-2.
I don't know if I'm psyching myself up, but like this is one of those, you need a cigarette moment to watch this type of thing and relax, because I can feel with Rickson Wingrove at the plate, a household name, I'm sure. I can feel this guy like dialed in right now, knowing what's at stake. Oh, he swung right through that pitch.
Yeah. Mac, you might need a cigarette after Thursday night because you're going to be out there covering the Big 12 tournament that's coming to Kansas City.
Can't
which
wait.
we talk about all these things happening in the next few days, let alone in sports, but locally, right? You get opening day is going to be around the corner. Now, obviously, they open on the road, but baseball's coming. Spring training is there. The World Baseball Classic. Big 12 tournament's coming to Kansas City, and it starts this week.
It starts tomorrow, right? And today, which UMKC, I'm going to go down to their presser at 1 o'clock. They're introducing Mark Turgeon today, right? That's how we're kicking off basketball second week in Kansas City, because last week we had the MIAA and the Women's Big 12 tournament in town. Now we're kicking it off. UMKC's doing their press conference downtown at Union Station. Big deal, huge coach, great name that they're hiring. Roll that into the men's Big 12 championship. And oh wow, 2 outs now in that game.
He did a diving play in right field.
What a great play by the right fielder. I mean, what a great play by the right fielder, sliding, diving, and grabbing it. So then you got the NIAA coming to town next week, which is always a big, event as well. It's the college basketball capital of the United
women
States.
just put on a show.
They were great, right? How about
fun.
the K-State women almost, winning this whole thing? That was a great performance by them.
Had a 21-0 run to beat Texas Tech.
That. I mean, and if you haven't seen the court yet, you're going to love it. I think it's fun. Somebody hits a 3-point shot, the 3-point line lights up.
Awesome.
You you hit a free throw, the lane lights up. Like, it's just fun stuff.
Will you go Wednesday or will you start going Thursday?
I haven't quite decided. I'll probably go Thursday, Friday, Saturday for sure. Maybe Wednesday.
Yeah.
What's your dream scenario matchup for the Big 12 championship?
Well, it would be Kansas taking on somebody. Arizona,
probably.
Or Kansas BYU. And you get to see DeBanza and
Kansas
Peterson
BYU.
just duke it out.
That's a good one.
Would that be a Final Four game, Kansas BYU, or not?
I'd have to look at the bracket.
I'm looking at the bracket right now.
I just know that Thursday is when the big teams play the big teams, and that's kind of when it gets going.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is also, too, the time of year where you're going to see the newbies start complaining about why this tournament is here in Kansas City. There's already been a comment or a column or something written by somebody out in old Tucson out there complaining. Every year. It's like it's the low-hanging fruit of the Big 12 championship.
Where's the College Basketball Hall of Fame?
Kansas City,
Okay,
yeah. No, we are the home of college basketball. We've had more tournament games and college basketball games than anybody. Municipal's hosted more Final Fours than anybody. We've got a dome stadium. We're going to be back in the rotation for the Final Fours here in Kansas City. We've got the Elite Eight next year here in Kansas City. I just get so tired when nitwits who have never been here before and don't have an idea of what this town is about sitting there writing columns. This tournament should be in Las Vegas. Why? So 5 drunks can stumble in from the pie gow table and sit there and boo everybody and leave. Like what I've been told and what I have heard over the years is that the Big 12 makes it all about the student-athlete experience. You know why the student-athlete experience is great in Kansas City? Because of the Kansas Cityans that go to this event, that are there, that sell this thing out, that find that this is an important event. I've been to Big 12 championships in Dallas and Oklahoma City. Doesn't do anything. Didn't move the needle in Dallas. Nobody knew what was going on. Here, this is our firstborn, right? We now have the World Cup and the draft and all this great stuff. Super Bowls, Final Fours are all on the docket for coming now with the new Chiefs Stadium. But this is always our firstborn. This is always our baby. And when you go to the Big 12 championship, you can ask anybody who's been to other ones. There's no better tournament in the world than the Big 12 championship that takes place here for college basketball. Everybody knows that. And even Brett Yormark, who is, I want to move the championships to the moon, and he's got a big mind to think. He didn't want to be here, came to Kansas City his first year and went, no, we're not going anywhere else. You can't beat the crowds. You can't beat the atmosphere. You can't beat the embracement that we have for this tournament. Watch these tournaments all over the country, and you'll see empty seats everywhere. And then you put on Sprint Center, damn, the place is packed, power, lights, busy. Everybody gets invested in this. That's why the tournament's here. So put that in your Tucson ass and shove it.
Okay. All right. By the way, Korea advances. Australia popped out to end the game. Korea wins 7-2. As they
How good was that though, Dusty? Huh?
That was fun, and it's just the beginning. It is all going to start happening more and more because obviously, if the United States wins tonight, they're
Korean fans crying.
So are these Australian players.
I know,
all for different reasons.
Right. Tell me this doesn't matter, right?
KU BYU, if that were to happen, would be Friday.
Ooh, baby.
Okay, so that would be the Final Four.
Final Four, 8:30.
And you will not get a response of anything that you send to McMorgan.
See ya.
Sorry, I'm enjoying all of this action right now.
Can't wait.
We'll get to Josh Verner, who he'll give us all the action on the World Baseball Classic and what we can expect maybe from this Royals team as we get the rotation questions maybe figured out more and more here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Royals.
You're listening to Bob Fescoe.
I'm surprised nobody punched him in the jaw yet.
And Dusty Likens.
He's a hoe, and I want that known.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Men, the new year's here, and improving your health may be one of your biggest resolutions. But when you're tired, low on energy, not sleeping well, or not seeing results in the gym, staying committed can be tough. That's where Heartland Men's Health can help, because those symptoms are often signs of low T. Low T can cause low sex drive, poor sleep, brain fog, weight gain, unproductive workouts, and decreased energy. And many men just chalk it up to aging. But medical treatment can give you back your vigor and vibrancy. Men begin losing their testosterone in their 30s, 2 or 3% every year. And before you know it, you don't feel like the same man you used to be. So go to heartlandmenshealth.com and take their quick 2-minute low T quiz. Then schedule a consult. Labs results in 30 minutes and a medical plan built just for you. And Heartland Men's Health is ready for you. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Independence between Blue Springs and Lee Summit, and North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
I hope you are sitting down. The ACA Marketplace has announced significant increases on monthly premiums, with deductibles over $10,000. You can enroll with Matt B. and KC at BBS Insurance's Freedom of Choice plan now. You don't have to wait. Their plan lets you use any doctor, has 0 outpatient deductibles, and is 30 to 60% lower costs than most Obamacare plans. Also, there's no income disclosure required, so no potential tax penalties. If you're a small business owner or pay for your own health insurance, you're uninsured, you're on COBRA, or your employer coverage is just too expensive, call Matt B. and KC for an instant quote over the phone, 816-205-4664. That's 816-205-4664. Or go to bbsinsurance.net. That's bbsinsurance.net. They will customize a plan chosen and managed by you, not the government.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is the highlight of my morning. Hey, what's up? It's Island.
And I'm Josh.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit is that it's our go-to morning comfort.
And you've got that nice golden fluffy egg.
With a soft, flaky biscuit.
Crispy bacon.
Melty cheese.
You want something quick, you want something convenient, but most of all, you want something good.
There's no better way to start your morning.
There we go.
Start off the morning with a Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit with Simply Orange Juice. Order on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya, guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Ready to watch your favorite baseball stars play in the WBC? Get in on the action with BetMGM. Sign in to your BetMGM account and enjoy a WBC Odds Boost token to snag even more winnings on your next bet. It's easy. Just log into BetMGM Sportsbook app, add your WBC bet to your bet slip, and activate your Odds Boost token. If you win your bet with your token activated, you'll score extra winnings. 3 quick steps, and you could be on your way to extra winnings if your next WBC bet hits. The world's greatest baseball players are about to duke it out on a global stage. Don't miss out on the fun and some extra excitement to this year's tournament by signing in to your BetMGM account and grabbing your WBC Odds Boost token today. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older only. Missouri only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Please gamble responsibly.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
East side 70 westbound gets heavy. Manchester traffic way stays slow in past 31st Street with construction in the left lane. 71 southbound heavy approaching 55th Street with an accident. Kansas side 435 southbound slow rolling from Johnson Drive down to Shawnee Mission Parkway with construction. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan traffic.
Welcome back to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Long-time listener and supporter of you because you tell it like it is.
Here's our Royals insider, Josh Vernier.
Hey, don't forget, for the month of March, Heartland Men's Health has a special offer for local first responders and military families. Great people over there at Heartland Men's Health. If you're a local first responder or military family, go to heartlandmenshealth.com for more information, more details at your consultation. Available at all 3 locations, Overland Park, North Kansas City, and Independence. Heartland Men's Health is honored to serve those who have served all of us.
All right, and a little update from the NFL. According to Ari Meyerhoff, the belief is all-pro linebacker of Jacksonville, Devin Lloyd. Remember him? Remember Devin Lloyd? He won't be back in free agency due to his high price. The Panthers are among teams to watch for linebacker Devin Lloyd. So
okay. We go to our Royals insider and the host of pre- and post-game for the Kansas City Royals and that wonderful show on Thursday nights at 6 p.m. called The Hot Stove. It is Josh Verner who joins us now. Vern, I got to ask, were you watching that Korea and Australia game?
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about the World Baseball Classic is it doesn't matter what time you wake up. Turn on the TV, there's probably a baseball game on. So, yeah, caught the end of that. Really haven't missed much of the World Baseball Classic. There's no reason for me to miss much of it. What else am I doing? But it's been a great product, man. I've loved every second of it.
It has been a lot of fun, and I made the mistake a couple of years ago of not buying too much into it, but now I'm like, I'm in. I am all in on this thing, and been watching Team USA and just seeing the sad faces on the Korean fans this morning after losing that game and knowing they're not now Australian fans knowing that they're not going to advance on to the next round. People are really taking this seriously, which I like. I'm glad they are,
Yeah, and I don't think you're alone in not being all in back in 2017. That at bat between Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, to me, had ripple effects and will have ripple effects for this tournament for the rest of time. That you listen to Aaron Judge or Bryce Harper or some of non-Americans talk about that at bat, and how they want that moment. That's why you're seeing so many of our best in the United States sign up, is because they want that moment. And for as much as there is clamoring for this thing to be moved to the All-Star break, I don't think you would get the type of commitments from these superstars at the All-Star break if Major League Baseball was to move it. I understand why people would want to see that, especially with what the Four Nations was in hockey a couple of years ago. But the reason why, not only do they want that Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani at bat, but the juxtaposition of World Baseball Classic intensity compared to Cactus League action against the Texas Rangers at Surprise Stadium, they're just not comparable. Guys want that preparation for the big league season, and that's what the World Baseball Classic offers. You move it to the All-Star break, And like we saw back in 2021, guys were reluctant. I'm not trying to get into the vaccines things, but there were some guys that would say, hey, I'd get that vaccine if we weren't right up until the All-Star break. And now I don't need to get the vaccine. I'm not going to make the trip to Toronto. And all of a sudden my All-Star break is a week and a half. Guys need that rest at the All-Star break. So I'm loving the World Baseball Classic, and I think we should just leave it where it is, a much more entertaining spring training.
Yeah, I want to bring this up because you always seem to kind of cool me down when maybe I get a little too fired up about something I shouldn't. Bobby Witt Jr. shouldn't miss one game. Am I okay to have that opinion?
In the regular season?
Well, in the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, as far as not being in the lineup, now moving forward, right, when they advance out of this pool, when the games win or go home, Bobby's going to be in there, in my opinion, every single game. But the reason why you give Gunnar Henderson a start at shortstop is to honor him for signing up for this thing. Because he's not what Bobby was 3 years ago. He's not some 22-year-old kid still trying to get his feet wet at the big league level. Gunnar Henderson is an all-star. And for him to make that type of commitment to Team USA, knowing that Bobby's the everyday shortstop, knowing that Bobby's one of the biggest names on the team, I had no issue with D-Rose setting him down. I was surprised to see Francisco Cervelli sit down Jack Caglione the other day. The fact that he's not in the lineup. Bobby, I know, is getting his work in. I know Katz is getting his work in as well, but where Cags is in his career, I want him in the lineup. I want him getting as many at-bats as he possibly can here in the month of March to get ready for the regular season.
Sure.
So the fact that he wasn't in the lineup yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever it was, that made me furrow the brow a little quicker.
So what is your expectation tonight against Mexico? USA, a big favorite in this one, but the atmosphere, we were talking with Gene Watson earlier, who's going to be there at the game, scout for Team USA. He was saying 70% Mexico tonight inside that stadium. So what are you expecting tonight at that game?
Yeah, I'll be interested. I'm always rooting for the United States, but there is a part of me that would like to see Mexico get out to a 2-0 lead in the second inning, because you mentioned that fan base, and it was quite similar 3 years ago in Phoenix. I was at that United States-Mexico game, and red, white, and blue was a huge favorite. And then all of a sudden, you feel like you're playing a road game, and things start to pucker up a little bit, or all of a sudden it's no longer just a fun exhibition, something that we know we're going to cruise to a double. All of a sudden, this is a real baseball game. All of a sudden it's forget all the outside noise. I need to execute this pitch, or else we're going to have our backs against the wall tomorrow night against Italy. So I'm hoping that there's a little bit of early pressure on the USA team, because if not, if they get out early with that lineup, with that pitching staff, they could turn it into a laugher. They're still, in my opinion, maybe outside of Japan, just still so much better than everybody else. So, okay, the Dominican lineup is an all-star team, but the pitching staff, the defense, and the offense of the United States, to me, just can't be matched.
Yeah, you look at this, I guess the first few games that we've seen so far, everything's kind of been as advertised for the good, right? Like Shohei Ohtani's living up to the name, right? I mean, he's just putting on a hell of a clinic, almost having a cycle in 2 innings, which is just
on 5 pitches.
It's just stupid.
How entertaining is that for you guys to get to work and boom, there's
awesome.
Shohei on your screen live?
It's been great. We had the Olympics for 2 weeks ago for live sports. Now we've got this. I don't know what Dusty and I are going to do once all this stuff ends and we don't have live sports in the morning anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sure the NFL will figure something.
They always seem to. But it is interesting because, like, a lot of people were like, don't sleep on Team Italy, and they're fun with the espresso machine that I was saying earlier. It's got to be piping hot when you come take that.
I'm pretty sure a couple of guys got cat tongue.
Really?
In that first game. Because they spit it out, and Vinny's laughing at him. I'm like, that's not completely hilarious, especially if they can't feel their tongue for the next 4 days.
No doubt. But
yeah, Italy, a lot of fun, no doubt.
Yeah, watching these things play out, and like you had mentioned, the ripple effect, it's been evidently obvious so far in these first few games, because tonight's going to be must-see TV on Fox at 7 o'clock, because I'm just insanely like in love with the way Paul Skeens just dominates at his position. Yeah. I think I know he's the best pitcher. And Vern, after tonight, I think we're going to see that there is quite a significant gap between him and the next best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah, especially coming off of what we saw from Tarek Skubal. And I know in the hearts and minds of some baseball fans, he's getting dinged for not coming back and possibly pitching again. Yeah, Skeens is on a different level. That game tonight is going to be an electric atmosphere. I can't wait until Wednesday night. Team Venezuela against the Dominican. Again, the baseball fan in me, I just try to imagine if I'm a 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old baseball fan to watch the celebration as they pour out of the Dominican lineup. And it's just, it's just posters on your wall that are normally playing for different teams, and they're all celebrating. To me, watching the Dominican ball club is like what it felt like when I was a kid watching the Dream Team, where I'm like, holy crap, man, I have these guys' posters all over my wall, and they're all together. They're all buddies. I can't wait for that. Then you throw on top of, if you dialed into the Venezuelan team from Michael and Salvi, Luis Ariz, they have just, maybe not comparable to the Dominican team, but it's pretty close to a murderer's row. Prime time for the next 3 nights in the World Baseball Classic or can't miss. USA, Mexico, USA, Italy tomorrow night, and then the Dominican going opposite Venezuela. The 4 teams that all have Kansas City ties are in action in prime time over the next 3 nights, and I don't want to see any of them go home. I want Vinny and Cags to continue playing, and I think they have a chance. I think that would be one of the bigger upsets. If Italy can end up knocking off Mexico on Wednesday, the USA could really help Vinny and Cags move on to the next round, and what a matchup that would be. USA opposite Italy for the right to move on to the Final Four. Bobby, Waka, Cags, and Vinny going at it. I hope we get to see it.
So what's going on?
I hope we get to see Carlos Estevez too as well. That should happen soon. We saw him in an exhibition last week, and he hit 90 miles per hour twice through 13 pitches in a scoreless inning, but we're yet to see him make his WBC debut.
Do you think anybody at spring training is doing anything right now, Vern? Like, what's going on with all the folks that have been kind of left behind?
Yeah, pitching-wise, it's been they're staying healthy. I thought Bubic was better than his post-game diagnosis. Noah Cameron still building up properly. Cole Reagan's, the final line did not look good on Friday night, but both he and Matt Quatrero were impressed with the stuff and happy where he's at. So the strength of this team, the rotation, still appears strong. Seth Lugo looked outstanding the other night for Team Puerto Rico. A strong 2 innings for Michael Wakas. He continues to build up. The 3rd inning didn't go great. So the pitching is solid right now. But as far as the hitters that are in camp, the guys that are left behind, as you put it, Michael Massey, Jonathan India had a really nice weekend. Massey continues to have a big spring. Nick Lofton, this was a guy that I thought had that final roster spot pretty much locked up, and he continues to play like he does indeed have that final roster spot locked up, although the addition of Starling Marte, who we're yet to see make his Cactus League debut, to me, Marte's taken the job of Nick Lofton, but Lofton not sulking. He's been both offensively and defensively bouncing all over the field, getting it done at the dish as well. So Lofton, India, and Massey are the 3 names that really stand out from camp.
Is there anybody that you're looking at, Vern, that maybe we're not thinking about that could have an impact on this roster this year? I mean, essentially we're 2 weeks now away from the opener in, Atlanta. Two weeks from today we'll start its opening week in baseball. So is there anybody that you're looking at right now that maybe we're not thinking about that could have an impact on this team?
Well, relievers, maybe. Luinder Avila, a guy that's pitching for Team Venezuela, looked nasty in his 2 innings of relief. This is a guy that if things go south for Carlos Estevez, if this team's in a playoff push in the second half of the season, while I believe Avila stays stretched out to be a starting pitcher and possibly help this team early on in the season, if his arm is not needed in the rotation, I think he makes that seamless transition to the bullpen and could become a high leverage reliever in the second half of the season. So Avila, There's this Dennis Colleran Jr., another hard-throwing righty who I think could be a stud out of the bullpen again in the second half of the season. Those are the two names right now that I would point to as far as no one's talking about them, and understandably so, but plenty of people could be talking about them come August.
Vern, with 3 lefties in the starting rotation, will it go left, right, left? Is that how we'll see this rotation go? Because I feel like we know for sure it's Cole Reagans, Michael Wacha. Then is it not that
I think
one,
all we
too?
know is Reagans.
Okay.
Honestly, I think all we know is Reagans right now. That will start to show itself when everyone returns, and you know how it works. That rotation will normally be trotted out there a week before the season starts. So you'll see the order, but no question about it, and for good reason. Cole Reagans will be your number 1. Bubic and Cameron, you're going to want to separate. That's a pretty similar look. So yeah, I'm not saying your Wacha could be game 2, and then right into Bubic to Lugo to Noah Cameron. The only ones that I think definitely you need to keep separate are the soft tossing, command-focused left-handers that are throwing the kitchen sink at you in Bubic and Cameron. Now, as far as the bullpen, that's you mentioned 3 lefties in the rotation. How many lefties do you want in the bullpen? Because Bailey Falter's been good, and he's out of options. Daniel Lynch still has an option, but he has been very good in camp. He's been pretty surprising with a slight uptick in velocity. So there's 2 lefties out of the bullpen right there. And keep in mind, there's only 2 open spots, in my opinion, in that bullpen as we sit 2 weeks away from opening day. And right now, those final 2 spots of the bullpen, I mentioned Daniel Lynch, and I'd give the other to Steven Cruz, the big, tall, hard-throwing right-hander.
So, Vern, I know around these places, like when we have a Monday off, everybody comes back on Tuesday in a panic and a rush. Oh, my God, it's Tuesday. I need to get all this done. I didn't do anything because we were off yesterday. Is that the way that these teams are going to react once they start to get like all their players back from the WBC? Like they're going to go into cram mode for the final week of spring training to make sure everybody's up to speed? Or are they just going to kind of pick up where they left off and not have panic set in?
Yeah, if you're panicking when these guys get back, that's some poor planning on your part. And I know Q was, and the rest of the coaching staff, very focused before Bob and the rest of them left. Very focused on the fundamentals, getting your defensive work in. Bob, I know you love your PFPs, your pitchers fielding practice. So they believe they got the fundamentals down before everyone departed. But I think if you want to say anything is cramming, maybe you just reinforce those fundamentals over the final week and a half in camp. Because, again, defense, base running, those were 2 major issues for this team last year, especially early. And for a franchise that has prided itself on defense and base running, that's something that must get cleaned up for 2026. But you look at the guys that are returning, they're all playing. Right. I understand Bob and Cags weren't in the lineup in the most recent game, but by the time they get back, they'll be in the lineup every single game. They'll have their at-bats. So, no. And, when it comes to Wacha and Estevez and Lugo, Brian Sweeney's on the phone with their respective pitching coaches every single day, laying out the rules, what we expect from them, what we need them to do on the side. So it's a busy time for the Royals coaching staff. You're not only taking care of the guys that are currently in camp, you also need to carve out an hour of your day to lob those phone calls to the pitching coach of Puerto Rico, the Dominican, Venezuela, the United States, to make sure that everyone is getting their work in.
Is this going to be like, when we go back to St. Joe after the first preseason game and nobody wants to be there? Is that going to be the same type of attitude like these players have going back to Florida and Arizona? Now we're ready for the regular season because you get this adrenaline going,
Yeah. Other than the individuals that are on the winning team, I remember back in 2017, Haas and Duffy coming back with their gold medals and waving it in the face of everyone that didn't win. So, Bobby and Wacha will likely be in a good mood. Salvi, Michael, and the rest, not so much. But yeah. When you're playing in front of those crowds that we know they're going to see moving forward and that type of intensity, to come back and play in front of 2,000 people at Surprise Stadium against some 4A nobodies on the other side. Yeah, it's certainly a letdown, and you hope the regular season gets here quick.
Vern, one more before we get you out of here, since you have your eyes also on the boys in blue and spring. What's Carter Jensen looked like so far in this big spring training for him?
Yeah, strong offensively, defensively. I'll go back to what Carlos Estevez said about it's not that he looks more like a big leaguer, because Carlos isn't trying to put him down from a season ago, but the way that he talks, the way that he carries himself, doesn't scream rookie trying to get his feet wet at the big league level. Carter Jensen carries himself and puts in the work of someone that's been doing it for a half decade. So if you have that ticket, Carter Jensen, American League Rookie of the Year, make sure you put it in a safe place, because that's another, I think, perk of the World Baseball Classic is with Salvi and Bobby and Waka and Lugo and so many of the leaders gone. Carter Jensen has an opportunity in camp right now for the next few weeks to maybe not find his voice, but to strengthen his voice inside that clubhouse. As we know, yes, he's only 22. How much of a voice can he really have? But when you're that position, when you're a catcher, and when you're viewed as one of the top prospects in the game and you're a part of this core moving forward, Carter Jensen, whether he likes it or not, then he does. He's going to be a leader of this squad for the next half decade, 10 years, who knows, 15 years. So the opportunity he has in camp right now to begin to find his leadership role and the way that he's going to go about it with both the pitching staff and his teammates, I think that's one of the unsung storylines with everybody gone.
Vern, real fast, how much longer do you think it will be that Salvi has before they officially do make Carter Jensen that starting catcher full time?
Well, Salvi said he wants at least another 3 to 5 years.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's aiming for 40. He wants to play until he's at least 40. This time next year, Carter Jensen could be behind the dish more than Salvi heading into the 2027 season. We'll see how it goes. Jensen obviously needs to earn that. And then that also means, Salvi's then pigeonholed as a designated hitter. That's tough to do, but hopefully everything goes well this year. And by the time we're having these conversations next spring, we're expecting Carter Jensen to be the catcher number 1 and Salvi to be a strong bat that kind of bounces around the lineup.
No doubt, Vern. Any giveaways you want to talk about on the Vern's On Deck show this Thursday?
I don't have any giveaways.
I guess hints on what might be coming on Thursday.
Yeah, I got some All-Stars. I got your boy Cole Reagans, Michael Garcia in maybe my favorite conversation I've ever had with a big leaguer. I think you'll have a new appreciation for the swag of Michael Garcia. And then the local kid, Ben Kuderna, going to stop by as well. So a 2-hour edition of Vern's Hot Stove coming up this Thursday.
This is the big preview show, right?
Oh, yeah. And I got I have my theme for the season.
Oh, you gotta
my mom's listening.
Can you give us a little? Can you give us a little taste or not? You gotta wait.
Yeah, 6:00 on Thursday.
Thank you, Dusty.
You got it, Vern. I love you.
Love you too.
He said it. Love you,
He's
Dad.
rocked up. He's thick.
That's right. Coming back on the other side, it's the busiest week in sports. Maybe not for everybody, but it is for us, damn it, and that's what we believe. Plus, the Giants have some breaking news. I want to let you know about
do.
it. That's right.
Am I likely to like it?
No.
Oh.
Coming up on 96.5, you're over Kansas City Sports.
BBL Stinky.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5, The Fan.
Well, I will tell you something. My friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control have made me fall in love with my lawn again. Well, really for the first time, because the first 10 or so years that we lived at our house, we looked at that yard and went, this is a mess. There is just nothing we can do. We tried and we tried and we tried. And then finally, I just decided, you know what? I'm done trying. I'm trusting the college-educated professionals at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. They're going to make our yard look awesome, and they did just that. They came out last spring and started the process, and by the time we reached the fall, the lawn was green, it was lush, it was beautiful, it was everything that we could have imagined and hoped for. And that's what Aspen's been doing since 1985, taking those awful lawns like the one we had and turning it into the best-looking lawn on the block. And right now, Aspen is hiring. They're growing the Aspen team. And so if you want to work for some awesome folks, join the Aspen team today. Right now, they're going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. It's so simple. Just visit them at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Ready to watch your favorite baseball stars play in the WBC? Get in on the action with BetMGM. Sign into your BetMGM account and enjoy a WBC odds boost token to snag even more winnings on your next bet. It's easy. Just log into the BetMGM Sportsbook app, add any WBC bet to your bet slip, and activate your odds boost token. If you win your bet with your token activated, you'll score extra winnings. 3 quick steps and you could be on your way to extra winnings if your next WBC bet hits. The world's greatest ball players are about to duke it out on a global stage. Don't miss out on the fun. Add some extra excitement to this year's tournament by signing into your BetMGM account and grabbing your WBC odds boost token today. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kansas only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Please gamble responsibly. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
In Kansas, truth is told in speed. Wide open, full bore, and no mercy. Season momentum earned 3 and 4 wide. Loud, intense, inches predicting outcomes. Blink and miss.
They bang sideways.
What just happened? Pure speed whipping across the plains.
Hell yeah, boys!
NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, April 18th and 19th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Call Hamilton today for our $79 mainline drain cleaning special. The pros at Hamilton will inspect your drains with video camera technology to pinpoint exactly what is needed to clear those clogs and help prevent expensive drain repairs. The expert technicians at Hamilton are ready 7 days a week to solve your problem the right way, the first time. Over 40 years experience and more than 8,000 5-star reviews are great reasons to trust Hamilton. Visit callhamilton.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions. License number 2025-11121.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-939-1441. 800-939-1441.
Xfinity Tech Support, Matthew speaking.
Hi, I live in a pretty remote place, like Jurassic Park remote. No!
Wow.
Will Xfinity Mobile work out here?
Yep, the combination of reliable Wi-Fi and 5G makes it so that you can stay connected in all kinds of places. Plus, you get access to ultra-fast speeds and coverage, whether you're poolside or out live streaming with a T-Rex.
Hold still, you're about to go viral.
Welcome to a new era of Wi-Fi boosted mobile. Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026. Taxes, fees, extra.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow Service. Be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow, Missouri side, 635 southbound. Very heavy approaching Horizons Parkway with construction down to 1 lane. It was better once you get down towards the bridge. Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident, call Jay's Southland Tow Service, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all, so be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Pay off your tees. Pay off your tees. Pay off your tees. The Giants.
Hey, Giants fans. Unfortunately, I have to come on here and let you know about some terrible news. Unfortunately, it's spring break for us Ole Miss students, so I am heading out of town. So that means any questions, any players, anything you want me to tell my dad, if that could wait until after my spring break. And I'll be back to my daily duties because I was unaware that I worked for the team. But apparently I do. So I will be out of office now until the 15th. So if you could wait for all of your inquiries until then. Thank you, guys.
That's really good. That's Joe Shane's daughter, right? Yeah. Embracing the fact that she works for the Giants, because I'm sure her DMs are being filled. Tell your dad to do this. Like if you're going on social media to a child of a GM or a coach in the NFL, you got to screw loose too, man. Like that's insane to me, that because she got it last year, right?
Oh yeah.
The fact of the matter is somebody needs to tell her dad doesn't have much pull in that organization anymore, right?
I'm sure frat parties are great for her.
Oh,
hey,
especially
so
Ole
like,
Miss.
what's your dad thinking for the Giants?
Well, she
man?
goes to Ole Miss. Where did the quarterback come from?
Yeah, there you go.
Mac, do you have your the Rolodex ready for everything that happened in the 20 minutes we were with
Jeez,
Josh Berger?
seriously.
I mean, my goodness.
NFL, we say it's the busiest week. We mean it's the busiest week. This is just the NFL. We've already had an elimination game in the World Baseball Classic.
Right.
It's not even 9. And speeding. But Mac, fill us up with the fill us in. Gosh, dang it. What a tough Monday. Consultation. I know that I'm hard. Fill us in, Mac.
All right, let's do it. I will fill you in for sure.
Thank you.
Green Bay Packers are finalizing a deal that is going to send defensive tackle Rashawn Gary to the Dallas Cowboys.
So they're just swapping D lines is what's going on in Dallas?
Taking Green Bay's defensive lineman.
Is Rashawn Gary the Mike Pinnell for Michael Parsons down there, like he is for Chris Jones? Like, did Parsons say that, or not Parsons, I guess, with when he's in Green Bay? But I mean, that's like the same type of thing, man. You're just swapping guys all over the place. Who was the guy they got from
Kenny
Green
Clark.
Bay? Kenny Clark. Yeah, did he call up and say we need Rashawn
Gary? I need my friend.
I need my Pinnell.
Yes, exactly. I guess so. Yeah. Now they've gotten 2 Green Bay defensive linemen in the last year. What else happened? How about the Miami Dolphins? They're sending Minkah Fitzpatrick to the New York Jets in exchange for a 2026 7th-round pick from the Chargers.
Okay, stop for a second. What do you guys think of that move? I'm seeing a lot of people praising the Jets for that move.
I mean, who's their coach?
Aaron Glenn.
Defensive guy that could be a leader in your secondary. I don't hate it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Great point.
Didn't
by
give
you.
up anything really for him, a 7th-round pick this year, and then you're going to get Minkah Fitzpatrick, who probably at this point in his career is playing for the money grabs all around. But, I mean, obviously, if you go to a team like Aaron Glenn, who's the head coach, defensive guy, and he tells you, like, hey, dude, this is your defense. Like, I know there's other good guys on that defense as well, but still, like, hey, this is you. Like,
I see what you're saying. That's a good point by you. You've just convinced me that's a good move. Then you got a leader now,
and the money's not crazy either. 3 years, $40 million.
Sure,
I'll do that.
Does Brian Cook get more than that?
Probably a little less. Name value for Minkah's pretty good. I don't know.
It's very good name value.
Yeah, probably right around the same, maybe.
About 33 to 36 is probably what Cook's going to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hate that deal from the Jets. I mean, for a 7th-round pick, I'm like, damn, we kind of need a safety. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, but the money that was paid
100%.
as well.
That's it. That's a big part of the deal.
Yeah, nickel and dime guys, they're not going to spend money like everybody wants them to spend money, I don't think.
And I think that was it. I think those were the two moves.
Okay.
And then,
the
by the
Tua
way,
move.
Also, Diana Rossini wanted to let you guys know, expect more trades before we get to 12 p.m. Eastern. Teams all shuffling and making moves this morning.
Well, then that's the way to do it, too. Again, you can acquire guys via the trade. You may see something like that. You know, with the Chiefs, it's not just all free agency stuff. At this point, it's everything. You know, rosters are taking shape. Guys are moving around. Trades are going to happen. That's why I think this is the start of what I think is going to be one of the most exciting weeks in sports for the entire calendar year. As Dusty said, we already had an elimination game, and it's not even 9 a.m. on Monday. Like, we legitimately just watched a great edge-of-your-seat elimination game in the WBC, and it's not even 9 o'clock on Monday morning.
And the
yet.
weirdest part about it is the score is 7-2.
Right. but if Australia scored one more run, they would have moved on with losing the game. So there was so many kind of crazy things in that one.
I don't know if they're officially out yet, but this is from the field of 68. It's their first team All-Americans in college basketball. Darius Acuff Jr., we're okay with that one?
At Arkansas, absolutely.
Okay. AJ DeBanza.
Nice.
Yaxel Lindenborg, the big fella from Michigan.
Oh, okay. Big guy in Michigan. All right.
He's like their number one, really good
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
Cameron Boozer and JT Toppin.
Okay. No Peterson. That's
Nope.
fair.
Why should he be on the first team All-American list?
Well, he's not going to miss as many games as JT Toppin.
How many did he miss?
I don't know, but he's already missed 4 or 5 due to an injury. And he's been out for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if that's
He's better than JT Toppin, so.
But I think people look at Darren Peterson as you didn't have a serious injury. You were,
Yeah, it's fair.
using a thumper on the bench or whatever that thing
Yeah,
is.
you could also look at teams like Texas Tech and, by the way, Carolina's best player, Caleb Wilson, decided to go back to practice to get ramped up for the Duke game. Broke his thumb. He's out. He's done for the year.
Done.
Damn.
Yep. And Peterson might have had some injuries that were lingering, and he kind of played them out the way he did. Guess who's going to be playing for his team in their conference tournament and the March Madness
It's
tournament?
true, yeah. But it's going to be a big month or big couple of weeks for him anyway. We always say month, but it's so condensed into like 3 weeks. These next 3 weeks for college basketball, man, you want to talk about a sprint. I mean, you're going to be exhausted with Boston University, epic buzzer beater they're showing on TV versus Navy to advance to the Patriot League championship game middle of the week. Like, we're going to start seeing craziness when it comes to college basketball, craziness when it comes to the NFL.
If you're a sicko and you like every single conference and you want to watch conference tournaments, there's already been a bunch of like buzzer beaters, half court shots,
It's
characters
great,
being
yeah.
built up.
Yeah.
So
You got a kid in high school that's hitting shots all over the place that's like 400 pounds that's becoming a March Madness fan favorite, all over the place. And so you've got just a lot going on with NFL free agency. Jake Browning now not coming back to the Cincinnati Bengals. Who's going to start in September for them?
Nice. Yeah, of course he's out. He was not happy there.
No.
Didn't play well, got benched, was super frustrated about it. Brought Joe Flacco in here.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep. His wife was also like very team friendly, was doing all the TikToks under the
Oh, yeah.
bridge with all the other players' wives. Like they were all in. And then it's like, we're going to get this Flacco guy.
Ticketmaster news today for all you concert goers. The
Great.
Justice Department has reached a deal with Live Nation Ticketmaster, which will be forced to pay nearly $300 million in damages to the 40 states that sued over inflated concert ticket prices. The deal also requires Live Nation to sell many of its amphitheaters. Sources briefed on the deal told CBS News. If I'm not mistaken, I think Live Nation owns that Morton Salt Arena.
I think so. Wow.
Which is fine. That's a conflict of interest, The ticket prices for these events. I was telling Dusty the other day, or this morning, we were, I was at REI in Overland Park picking up a little clip that I need. It's a very simple thing. I was talking to the gentleman at the counter, and, ipso facto, one thing leads to another. We start talking about going to see Yo-Yo Ma play with the Denver Symphony at Red Rocks. And I'm like, that sounds actually kind of cool. Dusty, you do that? He goes, yeah. I go, $2,000 to get in the door.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God.
$2,000 to get in the door to see Yo-Yo Ma and the Denver Symphony at Red Rocks.
Yeah, no.
Thievery.
Yeah.
So I mean, like ticket prices for concerts, guys, are absolutely insane. The way that they do it with Ticketmaster and that scam. Like, I'm glad, finally, maybe we can get some relief for the damn customers here on this stuff. It's so hard to buy tickets for concerts.
Seriously. Ugh. $2,000.
Not a chance.
Nope.
Not only do I
Nope.
not have $2,000 to spend on that.
Yeah.
I haven't even traveled to Red Rocks yet. So,
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. I don't know where this school is, but there was a timeout celebration from the fans at a high school basketball game this weekend. Student section's all in red shirts, right? Guy comes down dressed as Moses with his staff, and he's pointing him left, pointing him right, pointing him left, pointing him right, and then he holds his hands up with the staff. They all split, and he goes up the stairs and comes back down the stairs, and the team's so distracted they're looking over.
Awesome.
It's from dudes posting their W's. I'll repost it for those of you interested. What a great celebration. What a great celebration. Coming up on the other side, we'll get back into free agency, what it means for Chiefs. Who do you covet? Who do you want? Who do they get? Here on 96.5 The Fan, you're home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
You're listening to Bob Fescoe.
Out of anybody should talk, he should never grab a microphone.
And Dusty Likens.
His ass is foul of all foul.
Weekdays, 6 to 10. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, you just heard us talk about how busy a week it is, right? And you know how busy it is all the time. If you've got all kinds of kids and you're running around doing all kinds of stuff, you may not even have time to go grocery shopping. Well, that's where Hy-Vee comes in to save the day, because for us, we're busy all the time. And sometimes it's just easier to say, hey, Hy-Vee, do all the shopping for me, and I'll just pick it up or have it delivered at my house. It is so easy. Here's what you do. Download the app or go to Hy-Vee.com. Choose the store, select your items, have Hy-Vee do all the shopping, and then all you have to do is pick up the order at that store or have it delivered to my home. They're making things so easy. We've got soccer, we've got swimming, we've got spring break coming up, we've got all of these great sporting events to watch. I need some help from my friends over at Hy-Vee, and you do as well. So, like I said, use their aisles online and hit a home run with my friends over at Hy-Vee. You can save time, you can save money. What could be better? Only at Hy-Vee.
Looking for the best deal on TRT? Don't pay hundreds of dollars out of pocket or settle for a one-size-fits-all dose from your doctor just because they take your insurance. At Synergen X and Low T Center, you get powerful TRT dose for your body and covered by your insurance. Synergen X and Low T Center work with most insurance plans and customize each TRT for maximum effectiveness and safety. And this February, we're offering free testosterone tests and discounted peptides and GLP-1s to make getting your life back as easy as possible. Don't miss this opportunity. Go to SynergenX or LowTCenter.com and book today.
For over 35 years, we've been protecting homes across Kansas City, one roof at a time. That's more than 3 decades, more than 35,000 roofs installed, and 35,000 happy customers. We're proud to be voted Best Roofing Company in Johnson County and all of Kansas City. At Century Roofing, we don't just build roofs, we build trust that lasts for generations. Experience matters, reputation counts, and we stand behind every roof we install. Trust the pillars of strength with KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing, KC.com.
Century Roofing, trust the pillars of strength.
Hi, Jason.
Hello, Toby.
Truck month.
It's here, Toby. It's actually truck month and a half. We've got all the way until the end of March to take advantage of these amazing incentives that Ford Motor Company pumps out during truck month, Toby.
And Lewisburg Ford.
We always have our $50 over invoice with amazing prices.
What's the deal?
Right now, you can get a 2025 F-150 for up to $16,000 off when you factor in our 50 over minus all the incentives. Or Ford gives you an option to take a $1,000 rebate along with 0% financing for 66 months, no down payment, and no payment for 90 days on the 2025s.
What about the 2026?
We've got a great selection of those too, Toby, and you can get a $4,000 rebate on the 2026, which means when you add that to our $50 over invoice pricing, you get $11,000 off on a 26, or you can take 0% for 36 months.
Okay, what else?
Toby, we're the #1 F-150 dealer, not just in Kansas City, but the entire Kansas City metropolitan area.
All right, what's your toll-free number?
816-444-2300.
Or LewisburgFord.com.
Too many tools, too much stress, and way too many bills.
Odoo replaces it all. One connected platform for every part of your business, so you can work faster, smarter, and for less. Odoo, the only software you'll ever need. Try it free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Today is Heartland Men's Health Day on 96.5 The Fan. 3 locations: Overland Park, North Kansas City, and Independence. For more information, go to heartlandmenshealth.com. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Missouri side, 635 southbound, heavy before Horizons Parkway, stays slow across the bridge with construction down to 1 lane. Lenexa, 35 southbound, gets heavy past 95th Street, moves better around 435. Construction slows you there as well. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
The Drive's Papa Shot Tournament is Wednesday, March 18th at Draftcade starting at 6:30. This is your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
Nine o'clock hour, moving quite along on a Monday during the biggest sports week for us, Big 12 tournament coming to town, NFL free agency, which has started this morning to get a little bit more and more wild as we've seen the Cowboys and Packers and the Dolphins and the Jets and all these teams. Yet have we gotten to any other news on the Kansas City Chiefs, who obviously traded Trent McDuffie last week. First, third, fifth, sixth, all that sort of good stuff.
Yeah.
And then the Rams over the weekend signed him to a extension of 4 years for $124 million, $100 million guaranteed to make Mr. Trent McDuffie. Congratulations, Trent McDuffie.
Yeah, way to go, Trent. That's awesome, man.
Highest paid corner in the history of the NFL, get $100 million guaranteed.
Who
Well
beats
deserved.
that this week?
Exactly right. Yeah.
He's now ahead of what? Sauce Gardner and Stingley.
Those
are the top
all
three. Where is Surtain Jr. on that list?
Oh, he'll be paid soon,
I think he was paid
2 years ago.
Yeah, I think he was already paid, so he kind of missed that. But those were also the first 3 cornerbacks taken in the 2022 draft.
Hey,
and
that's
now
good.
The 3 highest paid corners. So not bad scouting there.
No, pretty damn good
for
right?
the GMs over there. Not bad.
Pretty damn good.
Gives the Chiefs draft capital. Seen a lot of interesting theories out there of what to do, what will they do, what should they do. We have our list of covet, want, and need, right?
Yeah.
Like, I guess covet and want are basically the same thing. What they think they should do, what we want them to do, and what we wish we want them to do.
Yeah.
It's not really a free agency name that I covet, but the one player that I do is Justin Jefferson.
And that's a fair conversation to have right now because you never know what teams are going to do when they're offered trade propositions. So you have to explore everything.
I also look at what the Patriots did once Tom Brady tore his ACL, right? Hey, we should go get this Randy Moss guy and really build around him. Hey, Patrick Mahomes, you need Justin Jefferson, but you have no idea how much Justin Jefferson needs you. Justin Jefferson is going to be a Hall of Fame wide receiver. He is a great wide receiver. He's a cool-toned guy. Probably would love to have a ring on his resume. Where's the best place to do that? I would think Kansas City, Missouri, playing with Patrick Mahomes. Again, this is the covet point of this. So, yes, I am staring at the $700 game system with my dad telling me, we might as well keep walking, son. But either way, I can still dream and wish and think, wouldn't that be nice in our basement? Yes, it would.
That's what this time of year is about, though, right? You're looking at the Sears catalog. I went right to the Husky jeans section and saw all the pants that I would be wearing. But I think if I'm going to covet a free agent, I'm looking around. Mike Williams is the guy, man. Like
Mike Evans?
Yeah, Mike Evans.
Yeah.
So Mike Williams, I'm drawing a blank here. Mike Evans is the guy for me because I've loved him since the day he came out. I love what he's done on the field. He just feels like, and I hate to use this term because it's not fair, a safe bet. You know? Like he's going to be out there and you can rely on him. Have we had the opportunity to rely on any wide receivers in a while? Like just being here?
No.
Like being available.
Yeah, just being available.
Being an
healthy.
adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike
acting
Evans,
right off
yeah.
the field. Yeah, no, it's been an eternity.
It's
it
been an
feels like.
eternity,
Yeah.
right? Even Tyreek Hill wasn't an adult.
No.
So we need somebody that's an adult that we can rely on, that Patrick can rely on.
That's
that we
like
go-
horseradish.
Yeah, right. But it's
That's like horseradish.
But we need to have him here because you need to have Patrick rely on somebody. Odds Rasheed Rice plays the whole
sure.
year?
0.
Odds Xavier Worthy gets better?
Maybe.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'll give it. Yeah.
40 to, well, yeah.
Odds we have anybody else in the, yeah, I mean, like.
Royals.
We like Jalen Royals.
Yeah. So, no, I just think it makes a lot of sense, man.
Where's that Brownlee guy?
Yeah,
Great
yeah,
preseason
Brownlee,
game
yeah,
one.
make the roster,
Remember that
yeah.
preseason game one? 3 plays, got the turnover, touchdown. We're so back, 6-11.
Get ready.
Let's go, Brownlee.
I'm going to be honest, like, there's not any free agents that I look at here and I'm like, this guy, we've got to have this
Oh,
guy.
I know. And that's Mike Evans, I just love. Like, there's not
Yeah.
like, oh, this guy's our franchise turner.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. I don't think there's that guy. Mike Evans would be the one that I covet the most, that I want the most. He is a name that I think the Chiefs could get. I think it's realistic, fits a need, and it fits 2 needs. Not only positionally, obviously he could come here and produce pretty much right away, but also like you're talking about young guys on this team. Maybe that Xavier Worthy odds goes up from 40 to 55% with Mike Evans here for a season. Maybe that's the case. Maybe Jalen Royals gets a little bit of a boost, and whoever else we choose to bring in. But I don't think there's that. Like, people are trying to make Alec Pierce some game changer. People are trying to make Trey Hendrickson some ceiling raiser for a championship team. I just don't think that guy's there. Kenneth Walker is getting overrated every day. I just don't think there's that free agent that someone's going to sign and go, well, we got a new Super Bowl contender. Get ready, guys. It's going to be a trade. It's going to be that Justin Jefferson trade. It's not a free agent.
Who's going to pay Kenneth Walker? Because I just saw a tweet from somebody that now the Giants are like, too rich for our blood on him. So who's going to pay Kenneth Walker?
Washington.
Yeah, they do. They are in on that, apparently.
Why not? If you have the money to do it,
yeah,
you already have other needs around your team, right?
And
Or
they
you
have
already
Bill Merritt, too.
Yeah.
So they have someone that they could duel him up
Yeah,
with.
they got the Krosky Merritt guy. And then they've also got Scary Terry out there.
Yep.
They have Debo.
Free agent.
They have, he is a free agent. So, yeah, he's probably gone. They have the quarterback, they think.
Yeah,
which
I think so.
I think he's fine.
Yeah.
Now, do you need the running back to help the quarterback? That's a 1-2 punch. Because that's what Kenny Walker always was him and Charbonnet. And it wasn't Charbonnet for like the last 3 weeks of the season. And that's when Kenny Walker got the bell cow role, and that's, I think, why the stock went up. Because a lot of people would tell you, if Kenny Walker is a certified number 1 for a full season, those 1,000-yard seasons you've only seen 2 of, where he just basically got over the 1,000-yard threshold, would then turn into maybe 1,200, 1,300 type seasons if he's the main focus. But he's never been that. So that, to me, in my opinion, if I'm a GM, that takes the price down a little bit.
I agree.
I have heavy incentive in that, hey, you get 1,100, here's X amount of dollars. You get 1,200, here's this, and you can earn it. And don't worry, when we get to week 16, 17, and 18, and we're, certified number 1 seed, locked up the division, you're not going to play. See how that works.
Yes. Yeah. I still think you need multiple running backs no matter who you sign this offseason. And I think that's part of the reason why you can look at Kenny Walker and say he had the success. He did split the carries. I'm interested to see if he does become a featured back, how he handles it, if he can do it. And I think you're putting him in a bad position if you make him your featured back and have nobody else on your roster.
Some people think he's going to go to Denver.
I have seen Denver. Yeah, Denver's going to be a spender. The AFC West in general is going to be spending besides maybe Kansas City.
Boy,
the
will
Chargers.
the narrative change on Kenny Walker if he goes to Denver. They overpaid. He's not that good. He's overrated. He's overhyped.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Link to Kansas City.
Yeah.
He is not overrated.
Right.
He is a great running back.
Super Bowl MVP.
Yep.
All right, man.
Yeah, that's exactly right, though. You're exactly right. If he goes to Denver, everybody's going to, hey, he wasn't good anyway. He comes here, oh, my God.
We got Kenny Walker.
30 seconds, Chiefs' biggest need.
I think it's safety right now.
Okay.
Like
they
a
don't have that
position
guy.
or like a net.
Yeah, that position. They don't have a guy on the roster right now. I think it's D-line, too. But the more we've had these conversations about safety over the last couple of weeks, and I just think they need a strong leader back there, guys.
I'll go D-line because, safety's there, but safety, I need one guy. I can go get a free agent or I can go draft someone. And if you land that one guy right, it changes. The defensive line, you don't just need one guy. We need 2 or 3 or 4 guys. We need like some sort of hockey rotation.
You need
at
a
that
whole
defensive
roster
line.
of Jags.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We do. We don't have those guys anymore. The Jags for the Chiefs that were those guys are not anymore. Derek Knighty's gone. Mike Pennell's not good anymore. Those guys are old and gone. They need to find revamped, younger guys in that room. Maybe it's Lott and Gelati, but they're still going to need more.
I think the biggest need is wide receiver. $9.9 million in that room. 32nd on money-wise in the league. You have Patrick Mahomes. He's not 25 anymore. He's coming off a knee injury. You need trust. You need reliable, and you need sustainability. And none of that is in the wide receiver room currently.
No.
The opposite of that.
Trust is not there.
No.
Sustainability is not there.
Nope.
What was the third one you mentioned?
Reliable.
No, you said reliability is not there. Sustainability.
And trust.
And trust. Okay.
Yeah, being good at football maybe isn't there. We don't know.
I mean, all three of those things
Yeah.
that you need. The best ability is availability. And if you can't be there for your team, you're useless.
Yeah.
Speaking of a team that is available for you, that is our people over at Heartland Men's Health. And for the month of March, they have a special offer for local first responders and military families. If you're a local first responder or a military family, go to heartlandmenshealth.com for more information, more details at your consultation. Available at 3 locations in Overland Park, North Kansas City, and Independence. Heartland Men's Health is honored to serve those who serve all of us. So go see our wonderful people. Bob and I were just over there talking to the great people at Heartland Men's Health. They got a billboard on 435 as you go towards Lee Summit. You see it. They've got all these accommodations for you. They're very clean, very vibrant, very nice people. So if you are, military family and a first responder family this month in March, they're doing that for you. So
Take advantage of it now.
no doubt. And take advantage of tonight at 7 o'clock because it is United States versus Mexico. Plus, is it Kenny Walker or Kenny Gainwell? I don't know. I can't remember. Pam, that's what it feels like right now here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I've got great news for you. My friends over at CertaPro Painters are doing something special this spring. They're giving you an opportunity to make your house, your business, your building pop with 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. And it is so easy to get that estimate from my friends over at CertaPro Painters. We've had them out to do our house. These guys are awesome. And each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in Kansas City. And all you want to do is schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C, CertaPro.com. And it's simple. And once you're done scheduling that appointment, you're going to understand that you made the right decision when you chose to go with CertaPro Painters. They're professional. They're aware of all of your needs. They're exceptional when it comes to service. And I'll tell you, making the appointment is so easy as well. It is very easy, and they'll exceed all of your expectations. And in fact, once they get there, you can book a free estimate. You can get all of that taken care of while the person from CertaPro is right there taking care of everything for you. So make sure you get that 10% off your qualifying project through May 15th when you make your appointment now at CertaPro.com. That's CertaPro.com. Certa with a C.
In Kansas, truth is told in speed. Wide open, full bore, and no mercy. Season momentum earned 3 and 4 wide. Loud, intense, inches predicting outcomes. Blink and miss.
They bang sideways.
What just happened? Pure speed whipping across the plains.
Hell yeah, boys!
NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, April 18th and 19th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Hey, March Matchups fans. BetMGM is offering a legendary experience for you and 3 of your friends in Vegas. Climb the BetMGM Court of Legends leaderboard for a chance to win the trip of a lifetime to Las Vegas to see Haley and Hannah Cavender face off at the Bellagio. Just sign into your BetMGM account, opt into the promotion, then start placing sports bets of at least $10 to climb the leaderboard. 25 winners will take home grand prize packages that include 4 tickets to the Court of Legends event featuring the Cavender twins, withdrawable funds for travel, a 3-night stay at the MGM Grand, and MGM Resorts credit. Make this March one to remember. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kansas only. Existing customer offers. Subject to eligibility requirements. Withdrawable bonus dollars for flight money. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business? Ah.
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more, so you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
I'm Mark Solinger, producer and one of the hosts of the Moth podcast. For nearly 2 decades, The Moth has brought live storytelling to stages around the world and to millions of listeners. These are real people telling true stories from their lives. Stories about a lost family recipe, about working to free a wrongfully convicted man, about realizing you need to leave your May-December romance. Stories that will move you, surprise you, make you laugh. Stories you can't forget. Join us. Follow and listen to The Moth wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and from changing seasons to unpredictable road conditions, having solid auto insurance gives you real peace of mind. With AAA, switching today means you could save up to 21% on your auto insurance. AAA offers dependable protection, personalized coverage options, and customer service that's always there for you. And when you bundle policies or insure multiple vehicles, you can save even more. Visit AAA.com. That's AAA.com.
Have you been diagnosed with head or neck cancer? At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. Proton therapy means increased precision, reducing side effects like dry mouth, difficulty swallowing, and the loss of taste as compared to conventional radiation. If you've been diagnosed, don't wait. Get your second opinion today and see KC's largest, most experienced proton therapy team. Visit kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
Today, expect a sunny day with a high of 76.
Weather brought to you by Staples. From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in-store and online. Staples. That was easy.
Coming to Kansas City, the NAIA Men's College Basketball Championship. 16 teams, 15 games, 6 days, and 1 national champion. The NAIA Men's College Basketball Championship at Municipal Auditorium, March 19th to the 24th. Get your tickets now at NAIAHoops.com. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
All right, back at it here in the 9 o'clock hour on 96.5 The Fan. Somebody asked, what about the rumor of Isaiah Likely coming here? I don't think that's happening.
I saw that to the Giants as well.
Yeah. Rumor season.
Oh, rumor season is great. I don't think there's going to be any rumors that are out there that the Chiefs that you're going to see and be like, ooh, I can't wait for this guy to come here. Again, I think it's going to be a bunch of nickel and dime type of guys, and we'll just go from there and utilize the draft picks to get better.
And don't forget, coming up this Thursday night at 6 o'clock is a 2-hour-long Vern's season preview show here on 96.5 The Fan. Binkley's pissed because I think he's doing the night show that week, and he only gets an hour for Princess. Yeah, Princess gave you his tagline for the season. What's going to be this time, Vern? Team cocktail? So I kid. But no, Vern's season preview show, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock Thursday night right here on The Fan. He said he's got an interview with Michael Garcia that he said, and I quote,
the best interview I've done with a big leaguer, the swag and the hype that you will have coming out of this one with Michael Garcia and one Josh Vernier. So have your radios on, 6 o'clock on Thursday. Tonight, Team USA plays at 7 against Mexico. I know that I'm hard. Tomorrow night, the United States plays Team Italy at 7 o'clock. I know that I'm hard. And then it is Venezuela versus the Dominican Republic. And you ask, well, why would I watch that? Well, maybe you want to watch Michael Garcia and Salvador Perez take down the big bad wolf in the Dominican Republic. Boy, are they fun to watch as well until they play your team. Then you really don't like that team whatsoever. Your key's okay back there? Sorry. No, you're good. But again, Mac, I think there was a text message that you were going to read for Bob.
Oh, yeah,
Mike
man.
Evans.
This one's great. This one's awesome. And,
right.
you know, we love this on the text line. And be a part of it always. Be a part of the show, 913-586-7965. From the 913, old-ass Kelsey and old-ass Evans. Sounds like a great plan to get younger and faster.
How did he spell ass?
Oh, yeah. He spelled ass with money signs instead of S's.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to. He's probably so happy. He did the George Jefferson walk into work today, thinking he just nailed it on the text line.
Old ass. Cha-ching.
Could you send back like the cricket sounder to him? Like
that takes too much effort.
Who would you like, sir? Kenneth Walker.
Well, that's what's weird though, because is it Kenneth Walker or is it Kenneth Gainwell?
I think it's more. I think it's Kenneth Gainwell that people were linking to the Chiefs more than it was Kenneth Walker.
What did we find out from our insider Jay Binkley that Scoops took down his tweet about Kenny Walker maybe being to the Chiefs? Okay.
So wait, can you play the Binkley message? This came when? Thursday, Friday,
Friday
this
afternoon.
Was Friday afternoon.
Mac and I were in Naptown Central.
Why
do I? Did you send us the audio of this? You did. Okay, because I know I heard this. I couldn't remember if you played it for us. Weekends get hazy.
No, I get it.
So
I saved this, immediately sent it to you guys, and then immediately emailed it to myself for, this moment.
Hey, Mac, what's up? It's Jay. Hey, I was going to tell you, there's a guy on Twitter named Ricky. He must have worked in a front office or something or has friends, but he's been doing this for the last couple of years. But he throws something out there, and he's right. Just like the whole Karlaftis deal last year, he's getting an extension. He nails it. But he's talking about Kenneth Walker linked to the Chiefs, and it's pretty reliable. But I'm just saying, when he puts something out there, I wouldn't go to bank on it, but let me tell you, 9 times out of 10, the dude's right.
When Binkley says the line, let me tell you. Yeah. Open your damn ears.
You better.
He's got it for you.
And so this guy took his tweet down then? Ricky took his tweet down that had the Chiefs linked to Kenneth Walker? Because I do think it's Kenneth Gainwell more than I think it's Kenneth Walker. I mean, if you're asking me to put money on which Kenneth will be here first, I will take Gainwell over Walker, because he does a lot of what Jerick McKinnon did, a lot of comps to Jerick McKinnon. I'm not saying that's who I would want. I'm just looking at it from the eyes of Andy, right? They were good with Jerick McKinnon. He was a good player. Could block at that running back position, catch passes out of the backfield, run the ball a little bit. It's a nice addition, Kenneth Gainwell. That's a addition. An addition, right? And we're not closing up business. We're not done with the running back position. Now, I will say this. If you sign Kenneth Gainwell, you can still go out there and draft Jeremiah Love. And I would highly encourage that because you're going to need somebody else at that running back position. You just can't rely on one guy. But also, if you sign Kenneth Gainwell, you're also free to do a couple other different things at that spot. Maybe get a third-round running back at that point in time. So I think it helps a lot. It's a good football player. But I really do. The more I thought about it this weekend, I think they had Kenneth Walker and Kenneth Gainwell confused. And obviously, same first name. It's easy to do that.
Yeah. Same position,
same position, same first name. Chiefs are not really talking about spending a lot of money. Kenneth Walker's going to get a lot. Kenneth Gainwell's a little bit of a cheaper option.
For sure.
Kind of like a player that we used to have here. I don't know. Maybe people messed up with the last name this weekend.
So I don't want to be disrespectful when I talk about these players in this regard. But the way Bob has said that the Chiefs are going to go through free agency is it considered like going to the clearance rack?
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking
Marshalls,
at? Like,
yeah. You're going for Marshalls looking for a steal.
Like you go to Target and you see like, oh, that shirt was like $40 last week. Now it's $25. I'll take that one.
Yeah, I think it's Marshalls or like, you go to websites, whatever your favorite clothing brand is, and we made too much section, or and it's all like camo stuff that nobody wears,
or it's small,
or it's size small, stuff like that. Like I think like that or a Marshalls where, oh my God, like we talked about last week, sometimes you can find a good brand for a cheap price at a place like Marshalls. I think that's kind of where the Chiefs are shopping.
They would go get stuff that you necessarily need, but it's not over expensive. So you're looking at like the Darnell Mooneys, the Kenneth Gainwells, the Algiers, those types of players.
Yep.
So does Brian Cook also, is he on the clearance rate?
Yeah, is he in that tier? Yeah, that's a good question. I think so. I think he is.
Is Jalen Watson in that?
I don't think so.
I don't think Jalen Watson's on. I don't think Jalen Watson's at Marshalls. I think he's a Neiman Marcus guy. I think Brian Cook is more of a Marshalls guy, though, but that's just my opinion.
But
again,
that's one
like,
where I'd double ask Mom and say, can we please go to Neiman Marcus? Because I'd really rather have that one than the one at Marshalls. For Watson versus Cook.
You can get this one pair of Cavaricis for $75 at Merry-Go-Round. It's Dusty. Or you can buy 10 pair of Husky jeans at Sears. I'll take the one pair of Cavaricis.
One pair, absolutely.
Yeah, because I think if you think about it, like you can, because a lot of people will not understand, like when you go to happy hour, right? You're supposed to have like 2 items and that's it.
Really? Oh.
Well, a lot of people, you're fitting right into it. A lot of people go there and just I'll get one of everything. And I'm like, well, happy hour is like, a couple drinks, couple food items, a little small plate, then you move on.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe the Chiefs go to happy hour in the same way Bob does. And instead of getting 1 to 2 items, they just get the whole menu. It's like, well, you didn't really go to the clearance section. You just bought everything on the clearance section that now is expensive.
Yeah.
Like maybe you get the Darnell Mooney, the Rico Dowdle and the Algier, and you go get,
an edge rusher
another edge rusher out there. So we're like
that John David Montgomery out there in Denver,
Yep. John Franklin Myers, really like him.
And because it seems like the teams that are going to spend are all the spoiled rich kids that always spend, right? Like the Cowboys might go get Trey Hendrickson.
And how's it worked out for them in 30 years?
It hasn't.
I know, right? Maybe a little stinky.
And, the Jets have got Mika Fitzpatrick. They didn't spend a whole lot of money for him.
Gave up a 7th-round pick.
We'll see what somebody pays for, I don't know, Mike Evans. Maybe they think he's still that prized possession on the main shelf, not the discount shelf, like another can of beans.
Right, yeah, you're absolutely right, yeah.
So I think that when you look at what the Chiefs do this offseason, maybe the names, but look at the volume of names, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like look at theirs. They went and got 5 guys, but all 5 of these guys are tier 2s, which I think that kind of gives more confidence because I am afraid that we're not going to see what we want to see, which is the disappointment in a kid's face on Christmas when it's like, I really wanted that Sega. It's like, well.
But damn, those toothbrush heads and AA batteries are great as an adult,
Come in handy.
Which they're also not cheap. I don't know why you think
I know they're not. That's
cheap.
what I'm saying. But like, you're not excited for that as a gift. But that's the gift that gives all year long.
So I'm wondering if we see in free agency like where that will lead us to the draft, because if they do not go get 2 of those discount items in like an Algier and a Dowdle per se, right? That move alone, those 2 guys back, you're running to the back studio to do max minute immediately.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Boom. Here you go.
Chiefs running game reinvigorated.
With a side plug of your fantasy show going, but also stay away from the Chiefs right
Exactly.
Yeah, stay away from the Chiefs right now. But see, I saw, it's funny you say that because I did see something this morning on X, and I wish I would have saved it, that said a lot of these rumors right now are being driven by fantasy people that are trying to create certain scenarios for things. And that's like the Travis Kelce stuff yesterday that he wasn't going to re-sign here. Total media created rumor, I was told. So I start to think about that. Then I saw a lot of fantasy people are creating these rumors to try to get the buzz going for what they think would work from fantasy-wise, because it's 2 completely different things. Your fantasy team is not the same as the Chiefs, and you may not like a move because of, fantasy implications, but in real-world implications, they make a lot of sense. That's why 2 running backs are better than 1, in Kansas City or whatever team you root for. Don't sleep on the James Winchester signing either. I know it doesn't register on the radar. That's the best long snapper in the game, and that does matter. I mean,
is Dan Kilgore going to practice?
I hope so. I mean, I remember the Giants lost a playoff game because of the long snapper. I mean, you've got to have somebody that you can trust. This guy's the best to ever do it. He only makes $1.75 million. You talk about being underpaid, right? If I'm Winchester, I'm like, damn, I'm only getting the league minimum, and I've never made a mistake. Did you guys even know his name? I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
But like, it's not, you never have to worry about that at all. Snap going over somebody's head in the dirt, anything like that. His snaps have been perfect for 15 years here in Kansas City.
Ari Marabov, the guy that we always like to follow, the Dallas Cowboys checked in on Terry Hendrickson, but it does not appear they are heavy in that market unless the price comes down. He says the two biggest names to watch in today's free agency window should be the Titans and the Commanders.
Okay.
And then the Steelers are expected to re-sign linebacker Cole Holcomb to a 2-year, $5 million deal.
Oh, God, this is not good for the NFL. From Schefter, the NFL had committee meetings last week, and owners were updated on the status of talks with the NFL Referees Association. The deal expires in May. Talks are not in a good place. One source said frustration is mounting on the NFL side and among owners. The league has said in the past that it's focused on changes that it believes will improve the performance of on-field officials, while the union wants to preserve the status quo or roll back, in some cases, the access the league has to work with the officials. Oh, no. You're employed by the league. We're not rolling back the access that you get in this part-time job making $250 a year. Yeah, no. We're not doing that. They'll find new officials if they can't get a deal done. I don't think the officials have much bargaining power.
No, they've sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've not been good.
Somebody says, I will crap on my desk if they sign a running back like McKinnon. We already have that with Smith.
I don't know that we do have that.
That was what Smith was supposed to be. Yes, that is true. That is fair. But to Bob's point, yeah, we don't know.
What if he stinks?
He could. He was a 6th-round pick that played wide receiver for 2 years and now's a running back. Yeah,
Right.
Honestly, there's a larger chance, Bob, much larger chance in my opinion. 70% chance Brashard Smith sucks.
Yeah.
Honestly. Which isn't like, that's no shade or criticism of him. He was a 6th-round pick at running back, played wide receiver in college. Like, most of the time that story isn't like, look at this guy. He exploded.
We want everybody to be Tyreek Hill. Oh, he played wide receiver, now he's running back, or vice versa.
Well, we did the same thing with Sky Moore.
Yeah,
exactly. But he wasn't that late of a pick, so that's why it was a little bit more.
Dexter McCluster was that guy for a while, even before Andy got here.
If you remember the splash in the pan story when they were interested in Luis Reese Zamet or whatever his name was, the rugby player, like, look what this guy could do, man. New kickoff rules, powerful legs, Mahomes' his mind. Didn't make it to St. Joe.
Right. Like I gotta say, he didn't make training camp, right?
No.
Yeah, so we can't sit here and go, we've got Brashard. I don't know what Brashard Smith is about. Honestly, I mean, maybe the nicest guy in the world, and I wanted to see him.
I wanted him to be great.
I don't know who he is. I've got an opportunity to sign somebody that's like him or could. I'm going with that guy.
So, analogy lord here today, but like we talked about, like the discount items. When you buy your children their first car, right?
Just bought 2.
You needed to get to A to B. It ain't going to be a, nice little sedan or truck. It's just, hey, it runs. It's $5,000. It's good, right? But when you're an adult,
it's different.
You buy a car that's going to last you 10 years.
Right.
You pay a little extra because you need that vehicle. Is there a position on this team the Chiefs should do that with?
In free agency?
Is that the running back position? Because this isn't Mahomes at 16 who just needs to get to point A and point B. This is now adult Mahomes who needs somebody to kind of be there for the long haul and be trustworthy and like, hey, like the warranty's good, the back check's good, show me the Carfax. That's good. Like all that stuff is good with this guy. Yes, we're going to have to pay a little bit for this. That is what this happens in our lives, but it's not the kid driving for the first time where it's like, does he have somebody who can catch and run back there? Good. Put him back there. We're good. We're good. Spencer Ware, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Now it's like, do we need to get a luxury car because we're building for the future in a long
It's a great analogy, really, when you think about it. But I don't know who that guy is in free agency.
I don't either.
I don't know that guy exists. And that's probably why the
Jeremiah
Chiefs...
Love?
Maybe, but it's also probably why the Chiefs aren't really considering spending a lot of money this free agency. I know they like next year's class a lot better than what they're seeing in this year's class. And so... I don't know that guy exists, Dusty. It's a great conversation. Maybe it is Jeremiah Love. Maybe they don't do anything with a running back position in free agency and end up wanting to take Jeremiah Love.
They cannot. They have to. No, they have to have at least, even if it's a Kenneth Gainwell, they got to have someone on this roster before the draft.
I agree.
You cannot. Hope and pray that number 9 comes and Jeremiah Love's still there. Because if he ain't, then you are legitimately screwed again.
Well, and that's the other thing. You can't bank on somebody being there if they're not going to be there, and if you don't know they're going to be there. I think these teams have a better intel on who's going to be there when they pick than they let us on to believe, guys, quite honestly. It's from some of the stuff I've been hearing recently. But I think they kind of know the way that the draft is going to kind of set itself up. But doesn't I'm with you, Mac. Just because if you're going to draft Jeremiah Love doesn't mean you need somebody else. You do still need somebody else. Yeah.
And that's an asset if you did get Love that you'd want to value. You're paying him a lot of money. You'd want him to stay healthy, just like we've seen the Lions do with Gibbs or the Falcons do with Bijan Robinson. They've gotten other guys there constantly that have 50-50 split. We're not just going to get this guy 100%. Ashton Denty, the Raiders probably need to do that with him over there. They're going to lose him in 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if they don't start winning, that guy's as good as gone.
Yeah. Get an offensive line.
Somebody says, let's go sign C.J. Spiller, then release him, then sign him, then release him.
Yeah, I do like that. That's good.
Man, the good old days. If you do have a college basketball bone in your body tonight, there are 2 games per normal. Oregon State Gonzaga, that starts at 8, and then Santa Clara and St. Mary's, that starts at 10:30. But the action tonight is
that the championship game, Santa Clara and St. Mary's, or does Gonzaga factor in somehow later in the week?
No, they will, because Gonzaga and St. Mary's normally always is the championship game, and St. Mary's seems to win. I guess I say real, but like most college basketball games with some sort of push or some pull when it comes to the tournament won't really start until Thursday when you get all the big games going, ACC, Big 10, Big 12, all that sort of stuff.
These are the fun ones, though, because you're watching kids to get an opportunity for the first time, which is always cool.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a cool thing tonight, 7 o'clock, Team USA, Team Mexico. Paul Skeens on the mound. Hopefully, Bobby Witt Jr. is back in that lineup as he should be. But so far, the World Baseball Classic, I think, has been as advertised for most parts. The Dominican Republic team is very loud, very flashy, very good, offensively wise. But again, tonight at 7, USA versus Mexico. Tomorrow night, USA versus Team Italy, which has Cags and Vinny and those guys on it as well. And then Wednesday night is Venezuela versus Dominican Republic. And Venezuela, obviously, Sal, Michael Garcia, and Carlos Estevez. So royal ties all throughout. Thursday night, we already mentioned Verner's season preview show from 6 to 8. Michael Garcia on that show and his team's theme this year as well. But, you pivot towards the busy time in sports. Luckily, we have been given this gift of the World Baseball Classic. And as I've said before, it's been as advertised, man. Shohei Ohtani's the best player in the world. Tarek Skubal and Logan Webb, they do pretty good for you. They do all right for you. They're the pitchers for you. And now tonight, Paul Skeens is up on the block.
I'm excited to watch him
see what he does. Oh, it'll be pure dominance.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, man.
And you get to go up against Duran and Arozarena. Other players as well in the MLB team that represent Team Mexico. But those guys with their personalities and their kind of, exuberance that they possess, and then Paul Skeens is always out there just pure business, 99 on the black, sometimes 100, and just ready to go.
And Alejandro Kirk plays for Mexico too. Yeah,
and his background story too that we were told today by Gene, wasn't even a pitcher, was a catcher, got to gamble on himself, being an Air Force brat, and then went to LSU and became everything that he is today.
Yeah, was signed up to. It was, I think, one year at the Air Force Academy. I was like, I'm out, man. I gotta go chase my dream, and did that. And look at where it's led. I mean, when people say, "Oh, don't chase your dream," no, chase your dreams. You gotta chase your dreams, because that's a situation where if he didn't do that, he's probably not here today, and he's probably an officer in the military. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but based on those decisions, I was reading something the other day, you make 35,000 decisions in a day and you don't even realize it. And that decision that he made to leave the Air Force Academy to go to LSU changed his entire life, probably for the better. And so tonight is going to be very exciting to see what happens when Team Mexico takes on Team USA, when that ballpark is going to be, as Gene mentioned to us earlier, 70% Team Mexico. It's going to be an insane crowd there tonight, man. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to watch this game later.
That makes sense, though.
It does. Absolutely it does.
Because the United States fans are like, wake us up when we get to elimination games.
We're a little more snotty about what we're going to root for.
You're the favorite.
You
have the best roster top to bottom.
Yeah.
Like, the Dominican Republic is good, but their pitching can't touch the United States. Japan's good. Their pitching's the only one that gets close, and I think that's what everybody wants, is just to get to the point when we get to Japan versus the United States. And I'm wondering what the number will be for views tonight in this game on Fox. Everyone has that channel.
Yeah, I hope it's a big audience tonight, guys.
There's not a whole lot of college basketball tonight. I mean, obviously, we told you St. Mary's Gonzaga play, but not till 8. This game's at 7.
Yeah.
It's Monday. Time change still has probably some people in cahoots and all this sort of stuff. So should be interesting. Good night to grill. Good night to watch baseball.
Did you see the way that the LA Marathon ended yesterday?
Was that the dude that won by a huge margin?
No.
Oh, no?
2 guys running for a photo finish. One dude fell and lost.
Oh, and a marathon.
Could you imagine running 26.199 miles and at the photo finish at the end you fell and the guy won?
I would sell all my stuff to podcasts and just self-deprecate the hell out of myself.
That's what you got to do.
Make money.
Make money on it. But I feel so bad for that guy, man.
But everybody's talking about the guy that fell, not the guy that won.
That's exactly right. It's true. I mean, it's such a heartbreaking finish. Oh my God.
Be the light. Don't be a slug. Be an ant. Like you, Chiefs. Go be the ant in free agency. Don't be the slug. Coming up next, we'll get into the Brioche of the Weekend here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 are here to help everybody in Kansas City because they have one mission and one mission only, and that's to build strong partnerships between our members, business partners, customers, and community. And there's absolutely no cost to become a partner contractor with the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. If you're an HVAC contractor, they'll provide a flexible workforce for your project demands, timelines, and economic conditions. The Sheet Metal Workers will help adjust the size, skills, and deployment of your workforce to maximize effectiveness during times when you need it the most, giving you the power to bid every project that suits your business model. They'll provide you the best trained manpower specifically for the HVAC industry, along with training for your current employees. And Local 2 has spent over 137 years right here in Kansas City, so there's no downside. It's completely free with zero obligation. Just straightforward information on how they can help you grow your business and profit margins. Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. We're an old union with a new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
Did your HVAC struggle through this rough winter? When it comes to your home comfort, trust the local experts at Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Rooter. Right now, you can save up to $2,000 on a new HVAC system with our trade-in allowance program. Over 40 years experience and more than 8,000 five-star reviews, plus our exceptional service guarantee, means you get safe, reliable service and peace of mind. Visit callhamilton.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions.
Well, it's next week, spring break. Everybody's going to be headed out of town. And if you're parking at the airport, then Park and Go is where you need to park. It's where we will be parking when we head out of town for spring break. It's where we park every time we fly out of KCI because these guys are awesome. Here's what happens at Park and Go. You make your reservation like we do at bookparkandgo.com or with their app, and then prepay. That way, it's taken care of. Now, you've got a covered parking spot reserved for you, and when you prepay, you're going to be paying less than the average daily rate. So when you show up for your flight, they've got that covered parking spot reserved for you. They'll direct you right to it, and as soon as you're there, the van will meet you and take you right to the airport terminal in no time at all. And when you get back, just walk outside with your bags, jump on the van, and it's right back to the trunk of your car. And you look at your car and you go, man, there's no snow, there's no ice, there's nothing on it. It was protected because it's covered parking at Park and Go. So do what we did and join their frequent parker program and earn points towards free parking. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable scent boosters to give your laundry nonstop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour nonstop freshness, so you can smell unstoppable.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
It's Thirsty Thursday at Hy-Vee. Time to stock up the bar and fill up your tank. Earn 50 cents per gallon fuel savings on every $50 purchase of wine, beer, hard seltzer, and spirits. Mix and match all your favorite libations and get a 50-cent fuel saver with every $50 purchase. Stack up the savings and your next fill-up could be free. Don't miss Thirsty Thursday at your Kansas City, Missouri Hy-Vee. Product promotion differs by location. Offers valid where legal, available while supplies last.
If you're like me, you're feeling the pinch of high prices right now on just about everything. And that's where my friends at Hy-Vee come in to save the day. Because they're always finding ways at Hy-Vee to save me money, like amazing fuel saver deals. Shop Hy-Vee this Saturday and Sunday and get a 30-cent per gallon fuel discount when you spend $60 on groceries. And you can stack up the savings on Hy-Vee fuel saver deals, and your next fill-up could even be free. There's nothing better than saving money, only at Hy-Vee.
Go to 965thefan.com for your chance to win an X-Family instant ticket, plus a shot at winning 4 Diamond Club seats to the K, all powered by the Kansas Lottery. Brioche of the weekend.
Big brioche guy.
Love that. Yeah, good take.
Brioche of the weekend here, brought to you by the Sheet Metal Workers Local number 2. Monday on the Fan, 965. McMurray, Bob Fescoe, Dusty like it's with you. Man, I'm trying to think. I feel like my brioche of the weekend is solid. I feel like it's pretty solid.
All right, go for it.
Hit us with it.
Hit it, yeah, go for it.
Joe Burrow.
Nice.
Hello, America.
Better believe it.
That's really all you need to say about that.
The man was at the UFC fight this weekend, which was the most boring UFC event I've ever watched or laid my eyes on.
Was that the one that CBS was promoting during the KUK state game?
Yeah, they had the prelims and early fights, and then you had to go to Paramount Plus. It crashed.
Oh, God.
The championship fight was just 2 guys on the mat rolling around with each other. I think Max Holloway was one of the main fighters, but the crowd, obviously the celebrities were everywhere. Joe Burrow was there. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Joe Shiesty, he's in Vegas, living his life. Everyone said he's super introverted, doesn't do a whole lot. Well, later that evening, he would be seen in the wee hours of the morning at a blackjack table with Jessica Alba.
From those Capital One commercials.
I think that's Jennifer Gardner. Oh. But Jessica Alba, man, if you were my age, around 38, you watched the movie Honey in movie theaters. And there was only one reason why you went and watched it, and that was because Jessica Alba was in it. So congrats to Joe Burrow, a younger man taking a very nice lady who is older than he is, as we are now seeing this trend in football.
Yeah.
Cooper DeJean is dating one of the Bella twins, who's also in her mid-40s. Puka Nacua, who has been rumored to be dating Charlotte Flair, who is in her 40s. And now Joe Burrow, brioche of the weekend, supposedly dating Jessica Alba.
Very good.
I've been telling you, it's why I've always been in older women. So older ladies out there, if you're looking.
Look, man, B. Arthur was my first crush, so I'm into the older women. Always have been. Hey, my wife's 2 years older.
I was
than
going
me.
to say, yeah. So that's mine.
Makes sense for an athlete, though, man. It really
Jessica
does.
Alba?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
that's a great,
That's a win.
great win for Joe Burrow. Yeah,
Huge
I think if you're
win.
a Bengals fan, that you got to wonder maybe she's going to take him away from football.
Because did you see the other jokes of the quarterback this weekend? Dak Prescott and his fiance had split days
yeah.
before their
Oh,
wedding,
yeah.
and you saw the
He
headline
didn't
joke.
get a ring either.
No, he got close enough to a ring and still couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, that was like what, days or weeks before their
Yeah,
wedding?
I
It
haven't
was, it was a
read into
month. It was a month. The- and-
Prenup stuff.
Look, man, whatever it is, if it's not right, is that really what it ended up being?
I think that's what I read.
Well, then
They had that
gotta-
discussion
yeah.
before they got engaged. They were like, "Hey,
what
we're
I'm
gonna get
saying.
engaged, and then we're gonna be like talking about money."
Right. Like you got to understand this is the way it's going to work. Like
doesn't normally the money
if
talk
she
come after
has
the
the money,
honeymoon
the
phase?
guy's got to understand that as well. Like we didn't do a prenup because we didn't have anything. I assume you don't do a prenup. You ain't
No,
got
we don't
nothing
got nothing.
at this point in time. But
She
look,
might make you sign one.
yeah,
I was gonna
right.
say, that
It's
would be the
true.
smart move
Yeah.
if she was,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. What's mine is mine, and
She's
what's
like,
yours
"Oh,
is yours. But I think right now it's
Prescott.
it's the right thing to do.
Max, awesome.
Like if she came to you with a prenup, what would you do?
Dusty, you got a couch?
I don't know. I wouldn't love that. Honestly, I'd have to have some discussions. I'd respect her wishes. I would respect her like thinking about that in her future. But like,
Because we
yeah,
all talk about prenups, and then we go, "What if it happened to us?" Oh, we all have that.
You
yeah,
make you
that
bet on yourself.
that
a little
wouldn't
bit
be my
later in life.
favorite. Yeah, that wouldn't be my favorite. Wouldn't give me like the best taste in my mouth. You
Right,
know?
makes you feel like, do you
So
love me?
You're hedging your bets.
Yes, exactly. But
Yeah.
50% of marriages do end in divorce, so
100%.
you
Yeah.
have to. I mean, I think it's a business relationship for people that have all that kind of money. You have to make sure.
I mean, Travis Kelce did sign a prenup, so
Yeah.
don't think you're not cool
right,
to sign one.
right. I'm sure they've got all sorts of lawyers involved, right? As they should. I mean, he's got his, she's got hers. We've got to figure out a way to,
fine.
to-
Travis Kelce signed one.
There we
You
go.
can sign
Okay,
one.
yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
so-
you feel better.
Not that you're ever going to, but
yeah, right. But you never know, Mac. She may have you sign a
may.
prenup, so get used to that. My brioche of the weekend goes to my wife's friend, Rebecca Becky Hughes, as we call her, in St. Louis. So
Rebecca Becky.
my
I thought her
family
middle name is Becky.
No,
Oh, I
But
was
it was
like,
always on
that's awesome.
Facebook, Rebecca Becky Hughes
Gotcha.
back in the day, right?
Rebecca
so,
Becky.
so we've known her about 20 years now. And so the kids and my wife go to Zach Bryan in St. Louis over the weekend. And of course,
Nice.
the
He wore
concert.
a cut off Mizzou shirt, by the way.
But did he? They didn't mention that to me at all.
Oh, wow.
They said the concert was great. They expected an hour and a half of him performing 2.5 hours later. He's still
33
going,
song
right?
set list,
Wow.
baby. 33 song set list.
Damn.
33. It was like it went on
That's
forever
badass.
because they're like, "Oh, we should be done by 10:30." I'm checking. I'm like, I can't stay up.
When I
there.
saw
I'm
him in
going to
Kansas City,
bed,
it was
right?
2 hours.
That's great, man. Give the people what they want, right? Play all the good songs. Play some of your new stuff, but give the people what they said. It was a great show. As you know, you get the how you get an Uber, Lyft after the concert, right? Well, all their phones died, so now they're stuck in
Too many
downtown
videos to
St.
show.
Louis. Yeah, because they didn't expect it to be that long.
Ah,
And so they're like, I don't know what we could do, and they're freaking out. And of course, the girls start saying, if Dad was here, none of this would have happened. So that adds to it as well,
When
right?
she gets away from you, she still
I
can't.
mean, like, it's just unbelievable. I was like, well, you should have just walked up the street to the hotel, had a drink, sat there, charged your phone, and got a lift. Because as anybody knows, getting a lift after an event or Uber sometimes is not easy, right?
Sure.
I talk about the Guns N' Roses concert in L.A. We were at some hot dog oasis. There was a toilet on the front lawn when we woke up. That's how the night was. But we couldn't get an Uber or a
Cars
Lyft. And
in
all
the
this
front yard and,
I was sleeping with my clothes off. I'm like, Evan's over here. Other friends like, what the hell just happened?
The fact that you got to see Oasis sing a song about a hot dog. I mean,
yeah.
I
What the
said
hell was that?
mustard.
And
It's
it was-
a little bit better than ketchup.
So I think it was like 1 a.m. I don't know what time it was. All of a sudden, this car rolls by with the lift thing in front. We just got in and got home. We never would have gotten there. So I know what they were going through.
Yeah.
And so it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. She calls Becky and says, "We're trapped. Can you come get us?" They were supposed to stay with her, but she had some stuff happen at her business, and it's so factor. She went down, got him, picked him up, and took him back to the hotel at like 1 o'clock in the
Hell
morning.
yeah.
So I want to give a
Clutch.
shout out to Becky for being just a great friend
That is.
to my wife. Always there if she needs her for something. Like that's what a friend is all about. Hasn't seen her in probably a couple of years because distance and whatnot. But she called her like 1 o'clock in the morning. Says we are stuck, and she got in her car and drove down there and got my wife and kids and took them back to the hotel. So I got to give the brioche of the weekend to her because no chance my phone was working. What was I supposed to do?
No, what were you
drive to St. Louis and pick up your family?
Yeah, so I get there by the time they were turning around and coming over to come home.
I don't even think you could order an Uber for them from where you. I don't know if you could. Maybe you could.
Maybe you can schedule in advance now.
So maybe you could find their location. Yeah, that would have been that's a.
The other pro tip is if you're trying to get an Uber after an event, you have to walk a little bit further.
That's what I told them, and they did for a little bit. But it's St. Louis. It's not exactly the safest place in the world.
That
and
makes sense.
3 girls, and I was nervous.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, I'd be nervous too. I had an awesome weekend, great weekend. Friday, went to Sharks with some of Hannah's friends, my friends, played some pool, played some darts. Saturday, played 36 disc golf, 36 holes of disc golf, then went to my sister's house.
Sharks over here you're talking about on Shawnee Mission Parkway?
It's good.
That's where I heard that
pool,
first that song by Candy Liquor. Have you ever heard that song before? First time I ever heard it was there.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Don't know if I have.
Not on my bingo card.
But I'll go Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum on the comeback. Got to watch it at Sharks. It was awesome. It was fantastic. It made me very, very happy inside to see him playing basketball. Also, kind of reminded me like how good he is. I mean, you just see him come back, you're like, damn, he's fitting in right away. He's looking better than.
Of course, because he's a star. Like people who didn't think he would fit in like this
so
nonsense.
Cool.
Should we bring back this superstar athlete we have? No.
And shout out to my friends Anthony and Sav having a kid. Maybe right now. I don't know. She's being induced. So congratulations. Woo!
Let's go.
Can't wait.
Hey, go do something nice for somebody today. You never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. It could change their life. Kansas City, stay kind, stay groovy. Take care of yourself.